Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the Dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hoods, putting in work, go good. Texas youth and high school talking to page on Facebook. Hold up. Coach Troy that's still on the scene, giving advice, he do what he mean. Jay back and swaggy Vic, rocking the gear, it's so clean.
Big guys and go easy, off the easy, push easy. With my steppers, our special gifts, making picks so easy. Trying to win, we so greedy. All my fans are so needy, cause they need to hear them talk about that club. We do it for the dub.
We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. We do it for the dub. That DF dub.
Welcome to the Dub, number one high school podcast starring Pat Oteezy, Jeremy McKinnon, Whitfield Roderick, Coach Carr, and Ryan Riser.
Well, all right. What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to the...
You are looking live at
The Dub is 3, 2,
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 get ready, 4 to let go. Talking that talk is all that we don't. It's football time, we ready to roll. We bringing the coaches close to the fans, answering questions not from the stands. D1 players with offers in hand, from DF Dubs, the best in the land. 8, 6 be coming to play like 8, 5 be coming to play like 8, 4 and 3 be coming like 8. Private schools be making it 8, cool in the game, Bad and Brian doing our thing. Weird and Jeremy ready to...
What up, homies?
Hey, man, I just noticed something. On that intro, I see Pat, he changed my picture, man. Shout out, Pat. That's a better picture you sent of me, man.
You talking about on the remix?
Yeah, I like that. So I like that remix.
Hey, yeah, that's for the Sunday. That's for the Sunday show, man. I like it.
Man,
I started playing twice.
I like that, man.
I'm gonna try to remove that hospital picture.
Yeah, no, he got you on that one.
Oh,
But anyway, hey man, we live, man. We live in here, man. Got Swaggy. Swaggy decided to show up, man. I thought he was gonna take the night off. We got my man B Rod in here. What's happening, B Rod?
What up, Jay?
Man, ain't nothing, man. I'm living a dream. You know what I'm saying? I'm living a dream. And we had Coach Carr up in here, but
He here?
I think he's still trying to get his stuff together. Nah, his camera just went off. Let me know when you're ready, Coach. But yeah, man, been having a good weekend, man. How y'all all weekend been going, man? Y'all been checking out some football?
Terrible. I drove a lot of miles.
Hold on. Before you go there, Swag, hit us with the good news. You did go to Sock Homecoming. Start with the good news. How about that?
All right, yeah, you right about that. Hey, man, Sock Homecoming. It was lovely, man. I can honestly say this with pride. South Oak Cliff is a beautiful school, a beautiful culture, a beautiful everything. They had a whole tailgate. Like, they people is so locked in over there at that school. They was tailgating and watching the game at the same time. Like, they would tailgate, go into the stadium, watch a little bit of the game, and go back to tailgating after it was a blowout. And I don't know how long they party, but they party even after the game long. But far as the shout out to Malik Muhammad, man. He got his All-American armor jersey at halftime. I think that was really nice to see a Southern kid get that honor. That really was nice. Shout out to South Oak Cliff as a whole. Shout out to Coach Mays and Coach Ty, Coach Ward, and Coach Spencer, all of them. They showed me number per love on that sideline, man, as they always do. South Oak Cliff coaching staff, hospitality is just, man, first class. Like, if I had to vote it, it's first class. But moving on to Friday, like I was from the state, I didn't expect to make an hour and a half drive to see what I saw, but Shout out to Salina, Gabe Guyton. Hey man, I saw him last week against Wilmer Hutchins, and I knew he was the truth then. But against Carter, he absolutely annihilated that defense, including a 75-yard touchdown run that pretty much put the game out of reach. So I gotta give hats off to him, man. Shout out to him.
Yeah, I saw that, man. Hell, he had such a good game against Carter. He made Player of the Week. Dallas Morning News. That man right there, boy, he showed out. But that's what I was worried about when I saw his highlights. I was like, man, Coach Carl, what's happening, man? You back? You here?
Yeah, I'm here, man. I do apologize, man. I was, yeah, man. Listen, man, I had a good weekend. You know, got a chance to hang out with Swaggy at homecoming at the fastest football game in the history of football.
Hour and a half.
I pulled up to the game. I was like, okay. Yeah, look, no, seriously, like I pulled up, and I guess it had to be about 7:30. And I was like, okay, they doing all the homecoming stuff before the game. They was like, nah, man, it's halftime. It's 35-0 already. What? Yeah. And then you wonder how a team can put up 86 points, right? But then you also see that Samuel they ran the clock. But then you had guys who went in who had never played before, catching a pick and take it to the house for 6. You know what I'm saying? So then Friday, yeah.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
Friday, I don't even know. I don't even know we need to talk about.
I don't know what to say, right? Like, like I again, you just exist in DISD.
You know what? On that note, real quick. On that note, real quick, I want to take time and look into the camera, and I want to apologize to everybody that I offended Saturday. I apologize for my rant I went on. Everybody that knows me know I'm real passionate about Carter sports, not just football, about the school in general. Hell, whether we playing tennis, I'm passionate about it. And it just makes me mad when people from rival schools such as Kimball or any other school that don't like Carter just come on my statuses and just want to take their shots. So yeah, I let y'all get the best of me. So
you gotta take that though, right? No, listen.
Yeah, that's what I'm
brother.
saying. I apologize for my cussing and my anger.
Ain't no need to apologize, man, because hey, listen, right. Why would you apologize when you already know that Swaggy, if that have been a W, you'd have went like unbelievable, like who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying you got to take the good with the bad, bro. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go that route, you got to be ready for everything to come with it. You know what I mean? And just swallow it up. Like I picked Carter. You know what I'm saying? But I also knew that I needed Carter to do something that they haven't done in forever. And I don't see them closing out between contenders and what's around them. I don't see them getting any better throughout the course of the year against teams that matter. They do the playoff. They do to losing teams what they're supposed to do to them. I mean, have they beaten anybody with a winning record this year?
I
don't know.
That's a good question.
Honestly and truthfully, let me think. No.
No.
Hey, I want to say one thing. Hey, y'all. Excuse me, real quick. I want to say something real quick. Sean, I saw Sean say everybody picked his horn. Hey, everybody on our panel picked Horn itself.
No, I picked Horn.
Matt.
I picked Horn.
Everybody picked Horn.
Did Matt pick Horn?
I picked Horn.
I gotta find my papers.
I don't think Matt picked Horn.
Yeah, Matt did pick Horn.
Matter of fact, if you was at that game, Sean, you got time. Hop on, man.
Yeah, because I picked Horn to win the game.
I know I picked Horn.
I did too.
I was the boys from Carter.
If you got time, homie, hop on, man, because we're going to talk about Horn. That's what we're finna get to here in a minute.
Yeah, bring him on.
Because I do feel like Horn needs some love. Because Horn showing out, man.
Listen,
Oh, yeah.
listen, Horn doing what Horn's supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, come on, straight up, Jeremy. At the beginning of the season, when we stood right there on that field and watched North Crowley and Mesquite Horn, and we both said the same thing: North Crowley is going to be good, and Mesquite Horn is going to be better than what they were the year before. We said that. And to be here and Horn done already clinched, and North Crowley is undefeated. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know a good football team when you see one.
Hey,
You know them.
that's what I said.
You ain't got to look.
One
You
thing
ain't
I
got to
can
look
say
too
about
much
Horn,
further than they head coach.
and I'm gonna be honest, man. This is a question I want to ask. I definitely wanted to ask you guys when I was going through thinking about the show today. Was we see how good Horn going, right? Now, chances are they probably gonna hit Wiley East in the first round. Now, Wiley East is undefeated.
They're gonna be a tough game.
So what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying, because I know how Coach Carr is when it comes to playoffs. So, and this is why I don't want to just jump on here and be praising Horn too much, just for them to turn around and be a first round X.
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
let me say this though. I don't think that if you look at Horn, where they are right now, and the fact that they even in the playoffs and have clinched the playoffs, I think that already alone has exceeded a lot of people's expectations for Horn. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about a team that only had one win last year. You know, I don't know. You know, I know they didn't go to the playoffs. So you know, for them to make the playoffs with a first year head coach, even if they do lose in the first round, that's still something that they could build off of in their first year, setting expectations for their program moving forward.
Right.
You know what though? While we're on the subject of situations, I want to take the opportunity to give a shout out to Cedar Hill, and I know y'all probably looking at me like, huh? Because I think we all said that was gonna be like a 50-point game, and hey, at one point that was 14-14, and hey, Coach Lynn, you out there listening, and your staff, I gotta give a shout out to y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
Y'all actually went out there, and battled, and hey, I got respect for that.
I give them a lot of props for it, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I really, truly, honestly think DeSoto went over the Duncanville game plan all week. I do. I think they just been preparing for Duncanville. I think they just showed up and said we'll beat. Hey, they was like on the Great White Hype. They were like David Wayans. They just showed up and said we gonna beat them with our blackness.
Also, shout out to Dallas Skyline too. With that game Thursday night, y'all really have clinched that first spot of next year's transfer portal. Y'all should get a good one.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. But like I said, talking about Horn though, man, I do want to say with Horn, they had been bad. They was bad last couple of years. So I do think that we need to give Coach Allen and my homie Coach Rowe and that coaching staff a lot of props, man. And I want to show this because this is what I wanted to talk to y'all about. I want to go over the Dallas Morning News top 20, right? My bad. They came out with a top 20. And I do want to know what y'all think about this top 10 right here.
Jesse, you at home?
This 6A. Let me see.
That's 6A.
Man,
I'm
getting old, man. Let me look.
I read it out to you, brother. I read it out to you. They got Gaia, they got Duncanville, Southlake, DeSoto, TC Byron Nelson, top 5. Then they got Highland Park, Prosper. Allen dropped to 8, which I
They
don't
need to
see
drop out of the
how.
top 10. They should
Yeah,
have dropped out of
yeah.
the top 10.
We had to talk about that. Allen dropped to 8. Then they got Arlington Martin, who should be above Allen at 9. They got Rockwall at 10. What y'all think about that top 10 before I bring the next one in?
Uh,
Uh,
Den Geyer is the undisputed number one team in 6A. After what I saw Thursday night, they went out there and absolutely annihilated Allen. And like Will has said in the past, Allen, we heard the name Allen. You think about Allen. Allen used to do that's what Allen used to do to Den Geyer. That's what Allen used to do to everybody else. So to see Jackson Arnold do what he did, he got my respect to be the best player in all of high school football right now.
So since y'all said that, do y'all think Allen should have dropped farther since they lost to the number one team?
Yes.
yeah, they got blew out. When you lose in that type of fashion like that, you gotta drop. You gotta drop all the way down. And think about it, man. They got beat. They got beat from pillar to pole. They got beat bad, man. They should have
Soundly.
been on top 10. And honestly, man, matches say, man, I don't see them making it past third round.
No.
And
What
even
you think,
last year,
Coach? Now go ahead, B.
I mean, I say even last year, man, in the playoffs. I mean, a lot of people didn't notice it, but they was having a problem last year, man, against Highland Park. I mean, not Highland Park, Lake Highland. I mean, they was having a problem last year in the playoffs, man. Teams just ain't, respecting them like that no more. I don't know what's going on over there. They got what 10,000 kids to pick from. But I mean, I don't know. They're not the Allen of old. I can say that much. But before
Allen
the
Allen
top
had
two
been the
teams,
same.
yeah. But Gar is number one team DFW, and Duncanville is that's Duncanville number 2. I give them that. And another team that we need to watch out for is Byron Eden. Do y'all remember last year, man? They gave Gara a run for their money.
Oh, you talking about Byron Norton? I mean, not Byron
Yeah.
Norton.
Byron Nelson.
Byron
Byron
Nelson.
Nelson. Oh yeah, that's what I meant. They gave
Yeah.
him say
Hey,
they
R.I.P.
gave him
Byron Norton, man. That was my guy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they was on their ass last year, man. So that's the team we got to look out for too.
Well, with that being said,
Robbie, bring on the second 20.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of disrespect in that first 10, but go ahead, go bring on the second 20, Jay.
Okay. Now we got 11. We got Louisville at 7-1, right?
Okay.
McKinney comes in at 6-2. Hatch is at 13.
That's too high for them. I don't think they should be that high.
Oh, I got a ball to pick.
No. I'm finna get real disrespectful.
Me too.
Number 14 is North Crowley at 8-0. The hell is you doing? I should cancel my subscription if I didn't need it for this show.
Okay, Jay.
This is why the Dub make our own polls, dude. This is why we make our own stuff. Cause this is ridiculous. Undefeated North Crowley. Let me finish it out. I'll go on my rant later. North Crowley is at 14. Jesuit is at 15 at 6-2. Jesuit 6-2 at 15. Tell me who Jesuit done played. Wiley East, who I was just telling y'all about, right?
They should be higher.
Wiley East is 8-0 at 16. At 17 is Capel at 7-1. Boy, they took a long, they only lost to Louisville, right?
Yeah.
Mansfield, who took two L's, is still in there at 18. Then you got Keller, 6-2 Keller at 19. And at 20 is Horn at 7-2. And I promise you, Horn is better than at least 8 of these teams I don't seen. But tell me, Coach Carl, I'm gonna go to you first, man. What you think about that?
What you got, Coach?
All right, so there's a lot of disrespect first, right? So North Carolina not being in the top 10 is extremely disrespectful. Extremely, extremely disrespectful to that team. For you to sit there and say that that there are four 2-loss teams better than the undefeated North Crowley, who is in one of the toughest districts in all of football. Right? So let's not talk about it just saying that they district week in and week out is scrub. It's not. It's a good district. It's a solid district, right? But their preseason schedule was just as impressive, right? Then you want to sit there and you want to talk about Mesquite Horn. So Mesquite Horn lost to Rockwall, who is number 10, and they lost in the last play of the game, roughly, right? Last quarter game. Took them to the but basically time ran out. Right? Time ran out. But you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that a McKinney is better than them? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna sit there and tell me that who put up that second list, Jay. Put up that second list.
Okay.
All right. So Mansfield lost to. Okay, let's go to Waxahachie first. When we want to comparatively speak, Waxahachie and North Crowley. Waxahachie was not even in a fight with DeSoto. It wasn't even a contest. They got drugged. They played Duncanville a little tough, but at the end, it was Duncanville clearly. North Crowley's undefeated, and they played Lovejoy. They beat an undefeated Denton Boswell. And you're going to sit there and you're going to tell me that a Waxahachie is better than a North Crowley? No disrespect to Hatchie. None whatsoever. But North Crowley is on a whole nother level.
That game wouldn't be close. That game wouldn't be close.
Yeah, like that's an elite team. And for them to keep disrespecting them boys like that, they ain't gonna get them the boys and roses until they look up and see what they're doing in the playoffs. And I get it. But the fact that they've done what they've done, man, is very impressive. And like I said, when you talk about Courtney Allen, that man has built two teams that are in the top 20. And I'm not taking nothing away from Coach Gates, because Coach Gates inherited a squad. And he did his thing with them, but he inherited a squad. Coach Allen inherited a 2-loss team.
They had
the fact that they 7-2.
They had
and they 7-2, and they heading into and they already clinched the playoffs. Shit, he your coach of the year, and he doing it, in the booth, having Achilles surgery, not even on the sideline. Get that man coach of the year right now.
Yeah.
Hey, cuz I want y'all to let Sean go. Sean, I want you to tell me about this list, man. I don't know. Did you see the list?
Man, I saw the list. Fuck all that shit. I'm sorry. We're gonna go back. We're going back to Wiley East, man. Y'all, you talking about Wiley East? They ain't played not a damn person. That
thank you.
Trash.
Oh wow.
I like you, Sean.
That district
thank you.
Trash. It was trash last year. It's trash this year. Garland ISD is gone. That district is trash. Look who they played.
Thank you.
Go through the list and tell me one team that's worth a damn that they played.
Hey.
Not a damn team on that schedule. I'm looking at it right now. Nobody in that district is worth a damn.
Okay.
And go back. In order to do what they're doing, they do have to have some talent. I'll give them that. But that district, I mean, you take everybody out of that district. North Garland, South Garland, Garland ain't got nobody. Saxey is horrible. Naval Forest is horrible. You know, their toughest task might be this against Garland, Lakeview Centennial this week. That might be their toughest test. So anyway, and I'm gonna put this in perspective. Last year, because 10-6A plays that district. You remember Garland went undefeated last year.
Mm-hmm.
Great team with Sergio, with Jordan, all them dudes. They played Jordan. They went to Tyler Legacy and got beat. After Mesquite crushed Legacy, and then Mesquite went and crushed Saxey in the playoffs. So I don't get your hopes up to expect Wiley East to compare to Horn, because I can tell you right now that the talent level is not the same. I don't give a damn what Wiley East got over there. I've been here for years. Wiley East ain't producing anything out there.
Hey. Well, other than Benjamin, who he was
That's
my
one
guy.
person out of 10,000 kids.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I ain't arguing with you, brother, because you are the expert on the East Side. That's why I like to have you on. You coach East Side. That's your name. You coach East Side. So hey,
promote to give me.
Well, listen, hold on, Coach Eastside. Hold on, Coach Eastside. Come on now, Coach. Come on.
I get a t-shirt.
Come on, Coach. Listen.
Oh, you got a shirt. As soon as we see you, we got you.
We got you,
Coach.
We got you.
Coach. I got a question, Coach.
What's up, Coach?
This is my question. Do you know how hard it is to go undefeated?
Yeah.
Do you know how hard it is to go to be 7-0?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I don't know anything about that district, right? I can't sit here and tell you, right. So I don't want you to try to explain me and sway me to understand their district, right? What you're saying is basically they're in the garbage district, and I got you. So here's my question, Coach. Hold on, Coach. Coach Eastside, hold on.
Go ahead.
All right, Coach Eastside. My question is, I haven't seen their schedule. I'm gonna pull it up here in a minute.
I'm looking at it right.
Right, hold on, Coach Eastside. Don't be so aggressive, man.
Hey, man. Hey, my man, Coach Eastside ready. He ready for all the smoke.
He ready. He ready. So, because Eastside, here's my question to you. Here's bottom line. Are they beating? Are they doing to bad teams what they supposed to be doing to bad teams?
Yes, and that's
okay. So based on their schedule and based on who they play, if it's a bad team on there, they beating them. So the way you judge a team is see if they're any good. If I'm beating the bad teams and I'm not struggling with them and I'm beating them convincingly, I'm not a bad team. Now, I can't control who I play in district. You control that in preseason. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I ain't gonna say they better than such and such, because I seen Horn up close and personal.
Can I
seen Horn up close and personal?
Can I talk, Coach?
I don't know nothing about East.
Can I talk, Coach?
You can have the flow, Coach East. You got the flow.
Listen.
What up, Coach?
Garland ISD is unequivocally compared to DISD.
Damn.
Wow. So you just coming in. I mean, Coach ain't trying to just come in here. He's just trying to flip over some tables. Coach coming in here trying to blow up the whole spot.
Give me a drink on that.
If anybody can argue, come on. Hold on. Let me pull up the standings.
Who's socking Garland? That's all I want to know.
It's
Wally East. Wally East.
Wally East. Okay. Wait. Keep talking then. I got you. Keep talking.
But and again, I go back and say, just like last year, Garland was probably one of the most talented teams in the state. They were undefeated, just like Wiley East was. Same conference. They went to playoffs. They went to Tyler Legacy. And Tyler Legacy beat them in the first round of the playoffs. This Wiley East team is not that talented. Could somebody name me one person off that team?
I can't.
You can't. So
okay, but Coach.
Oh, Mike Henderson. Shout out to Mike Henderson Jr.
Right, but Coach, because you're now you're talking two different things. So are we talking about the most talented team? Because I've been on a lot of teams and we lost to teams that wasn't as talented. So, are we saying that Garland team was talented? They had the talent, but they weren't coached well? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that Wiley East has good coaching because they're winning with less talent? To me, that's far more impressive.
Nah, damn that. Because Wiley East wasn't. I'm trying to see if Wiley East was even in the playoffs.
Hey, J-Mac.
Go for
Can
it.
you put that?
I'm just saying. I'm telling you. You compare that district to DISD. You know what I mean, that's all you gotta say. You compare that district to DISD.
What you want up, Swag?
Can you put that second list back right there? I want to make a point.
Yeah, cause we ain't even got to 5A yet. We still
Yeah, I want to make.
go here, but
I want to make a point on that
I
second
ain't gonna
list.
lie. This second half really got me hot. This 11 through 20 got me just crazy.
Yeah, I want to make a point too.
Well, Crowder need to be
All
in the
right.
top 10.
My point is this, and I think somebody just said it best. Hey man, what more do this team have to do? You defeat Lovejoy. You don't just defeat Lovejoy. You shut down those 4 receivers they got. I mean, that's that. Then, like Will said earlier, that district is a gauntlet. Everybody in that district, except for Euless Trinity, has is over 500. Everybody. I mean, you got a potential. If they both win this week, which they should, you got a potential crosstown rivalry for the district championship with North Crowley at 5-1 and Crowley. North Crowley at 6-0 and Crowley at 5-1. So, man, I don't understand the respect that these kids not getting out there. I remember when I was out there on the sideline with them when they had beat the last game we was there when they had won. That kid said, man, Doug, do we have some respect now? I was like, man, I hope y'all do. Like those kids see that they don't get our respect.
That's the most. I mean, for North Crowley to be 14, to me is idiotic. And I say that, and you know we got our man Matt Stepp, right? That's our guy, right? That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? I love Matt Stepp. I love Tip, Ashley Pickle, everybody over there at Dave Campbell, right? But they got North Crowley at 22 in the state.
But that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Coach Eastside.
What rank? What's just
Dave Campbell?
Right.
They number
No, you
13
want to
or
see what
so.
Jessup rank?
They 15, coach.
They 15, coach.
Who's
Why are they even on the list? Who have Jessup beat?
Rockwall beat them 51-23.
And Highland Park beat the hell out of them.
Huh?
See, this is what I'm trying to tell the people.
Here's what it looks like to me, man.
Highland Park only beat them by 7. Highland Park only beat them by 7.
I thought they blew them out. They ain't blow them out?
This is what it seemed like to me, man.
35.
If you lose it, go ahead.
It was 35-28. Highland Park beat them by a touchdown.
But what I'm saying is, it seems like the people who are losing to good teams, they getting the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? It seems that way, like a Wassahatch. Okay, you lost to DeSoto and Duncanville. Yeah, that just means that you're not on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not a state top 20 team. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you may be a good team, but we're talking about a top 20 team. Okay. I don't see that. I
hear you, Will. But before you say one more thing, I want you to look at this list and look at who at number 5 on the 5A list.
Why?
Okay, you know what? Let me start on that one. I'm gonna tell you why they number 5. I gotta give them respect.
No. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying that the number, what was that, 18 team or the 14 team beat them. So you telling me that the number 18 team in 6A could beat the number 5 team in 5A. And
you know what?
Correction. And it don't mean nothing.
Correction, J Matt. They was number 2 when they beat them.
Yeah, they were number 2 when they beat them. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
and you telling me you barely crack it? You 14?
But
go ahead, Brian.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. North Crowley should be higher. I would give them top 10 at least.
Is North Crowley higher than Lovejoy?
Well, they got Lovejoy. Let me show you. This is the 5A poll, right?
Oh, Crowley.
Top 10 right there. They got Argyle. They got Timberview. They got Reedy, which I promise y'all, as soon as Reedy play a good team, they gone. They got Lancaster, who better than everybody, who I feel should be up there, you know, number one, since they ain't gonna have Longview.
Why is Ryan still ranked?
Good question.
I agree.
You already know why, Coach.
They got whooped. They got their ass whooped.
You right.
Back to back.
Yeah, you're right. I know why.
Yeah, name recognition.
Yeah.
No, J Mac. Back to back. Yeah, you're right. You said it right. Back to back.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah.
They don't got their ass whooped back to back, and they in the top 10.
That's ridiculous.
Is that what we doing, man? Is that what we doing, bro?
You got to have some credibility to your poll. That's none.
No, that's ridiculous. So let's look at 5A. Let's look at 5A, right?
At least for Alito should be top 10.
First, I want somebody to answer my man question. Can one of y'all, can McKinney make a deep playoff run? Somebody.
Hell no. Next question.
And they can.
I think they can, man.
Oh, yeah. What do you mean by deep? That's the third. What's deep?
Hey, I just need to know if they D1 or D2. That's what I need to know.
Who we talking about?
Okay. No, we just asked about McKinney. Somebody asked a question. I want to make sure you get answered.
No, McKinney's not a bad team, though.
They not. They got Luster. They running back is the truth. Luster is the truth. But I'm a defensive guy. When I go watch teams play, if they defense giving up points, as far as I'm concerned, I ain't giving them much. As soon as they run up against another team, they play defense. It's a wrap.
J-Mac, you want my honest opinion about that 5A list right there?
Now this just the top 10.
Yeah, Argyle might be 8-0 and number one, but in my mind, I believe Lancaster is number one team in 5A.
But let me just say this, y'all.
In the area.
Let me just say this. Y'all say Leinster, but man, Mansfield is pretty good, man. I seen them practice. I seen a couple of games, man. Believe me, Mansfield Timber, they gonna be at least fourth round team. Them boys, they got something over there. They probably got one of the best O lines in 5A in the area. And believe me, they gonna be there, man. So Leinster, they gonna be there too, man. But don't sleep on Mansfield Timber, man. They got something over there. So.
But you know what? Go back to Lancaster 2 losses. Number one, Den Geyer, 6A. Number one, Longview, 5A. Nobody else touched them. No disrespect to y'all at home at SOC, but they blew the doors off a sock.
No, they kicked Sock ass. We ain't got to sugarcoat it. They kicked their ass.
Hold on, Lancaster really should be number 2. You know,
they should be number 1.
We can say that, bro, but Argyle is Argyle.
Argyle is Argyle. Argyle is good.
So you're not gonna do them like that. But is Lancaster better than Mansfield Timberview? Absolutely. Frisco Reedy, absolutely.
Man, y'all ran east side off.
Yeah,
but so let me ask y'all this. So basically, we giving more victories now. Basically,
no, because here go.
I don't see that as a more victory. Go ahead.
Let me read the top 10. Let me read the top 10 to you, Coach Carl. We got Argyle, Timberview, Frisco Reedy at number 3, Lancaster at number 4, which is disrespectful. We got Lovejoy, number 5. Sock is number 6 with 3 losses. I think that's fair. We got Denton Ryan at 7.
That's decent.
Which I think is ridiculous. Denton Ryan shouldn't even be in the top 20, if you ask me. You got Grapevine, number 8.
Yeah, that's legit.
We got Midlothian, which I think Midlothian should be a top 3 team because, hell, they undefeated and they in a damn good district. I'm sorry. That district over there with Red Oak and Lake Belton and that
That's a hard district. That's
a hard district.
I will say this, bro.
And they got let me round it out real quick. They got Midlothian Heritage. That's your top 10 right there in 5A. I'll get to the second part in a minute. Go ahead.
Like I said, I will say this. That number 3 team, Frisco Reedy, they in the right position. I'm gonna tell you why. Look at their district. Everybody in that district probably have 2 losses. I'm talking from Lone Star to Heritage to all of them. So they're in that 8-0 team. They clawed for that 8-0. So like Coach Carr said earlier about district, about I forgot who we talking about. He's talking about their district. They clawed for that 8-0. So I gotta give that team their respect.
Hold on. We got somebody that asked. Hold on, I'm gonna put this up.
Uh-oh.
Midlothian Heritage is about to have a bunch of problems with Everman. I know who that is, but you
Whoever
gotta
said
show me,
that-
baby. You gotta show me. You gotta
Whoever
show
said
me.
that,
Hey,
whoever
you
said
gotta
that,
show
Swaggy
me.
Witt saying it. I'm saying it to you, whoever said that. Milwaukee Heritage about to whoop my ass.
Cause I can tell you right now, man. You know, as much as I love E Block, but long as E Block got their legs open like you know what I'm saying, like a Sunday night special.
Who at home? Who at
I'm
home?
taking a team that play defense all
Who
day,
block-
every day.
They about to get their ass knocked off the block.
Say who at home? And that Everman game. Who was the home team?
I can't look right now.
Y'all who at home? All right.
So we got somebody asked who did Timberview play?
Cal Ward.
Cal said who did Timberview play because they got him up so high. But Cal, they undefeated, man. Now, Coach Carr, I need you and Coach Eastside to explain again how undefeated means something.
No, it means something. It means
It
something.
don't mean something.
It means something. It's hard to go undefeated. But I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna go back to Lancaster to continue, and it's on the line with this.
Yeah, let's sleep.
Lancaster lost to the number one team in the state, and Longview and then Ryan. Okay, they beat the defending state champions, right? Okay. To me, you know, to me, they should be ranked higher. Then you look at SOC, right? SOC lost to a Lancaster team. They lost to a DeSoto and a Duncanville. So they have like 3 losses came to 3 of the top 10 teams, either in 6A or 5A. Correct? So everybody agree that okay, SOC is where they need to be. Or do we know that?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Or are you saying right? Because basically who they played, and even if they deserve to even be there, right? Because if we're going to sit there and talk about, well, if we're going to talk about Denton Ryan, you know what I mean? They lost 3 games too, right? So and how they're losing 3 games. So I just think that at the end of the day, man, and
Timberview's blown out everybody by 40 points. At least by except South Grand Prairie first game of the season. I mean, 69, 70, 63, 56, 54, 60, 80 to nothing.
Yeah. Shit. They got some over there, man. Yeah, that's right.
So you put 80 on Sunset. Hell, Atwell can do that.
That's not true. Don't do Sunset like that. Don't do Sunset like that.
Okay, you're right. Stock Freshman can do that.
Listen, first of all, 80 is still hard to do, man. Like y'all think that 80 is
Hey coach. Hey, Sunset had 19 total yards.
God.
Coach,
That ain't nothing. Skyline had 1 total yard. Samuel had 3 total yards. Skyline and Samuel had 1 and 3.
Hey, we're not gonna respect defense of it. We're gonna respect defense.
What you're not gonna do, y'all not gonna do, Jeremy McInnes Jr. What you're not gonna do is continue to disrespect Sunset like that.
I ain't disrespecting Sunset.
No, you trying to disrespect Sunset. You ain't gonna disrespect Sunset, Coach Eastside.
Watch this. Jeremy, be honest. Can Sock Freshman be Sunset?
No.
They won't score 80.
They won't lose.
They won't score 80.
Set it up.
They won't score 80.
Set it up.
BJ, is that you?
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey. Oh my bad, Coach Eastside. I had to bring Coach Eastside.
Yeah.
Coach Eastside. I had to bring Coach Northside in the building. Coach. I had to bring Coach Allen. I had to bring Coach. He got his hoodie on. You know damn well.
This a cowboy hoodie though. We good.
Okay.
No.
I got that one back there.
Now you know damn well you go walk in the streets of Allen, your ass gonna get pulled over walking around in that damn hoodie.
Hey, look, Jeremy, he got a do-rag on and everything.
That's why he in the house.
Hey, Allen done took an L.
I'm on the east side of Allen. I'm on the east side of the A, man.
Hey, remind me tomorrow when I go buy lunch for the job to order 49 pieces of chicken and 7 sauces.
Hey,
it's all
much love, BJ. Much love.
It's
much love, man. What else? Shout out. Shout out to you.
It's all good. We take it on the chin. We take it.
Well,
Hey, I can't talk, BJ. BJ, I can't talk. We lost 55-13.
Who y'all play?
Salina.
Oh Lord.
Hey, we was talking about these polls. Yeah, well, you know about Salina too, then. But yeah, we was talking about these polls. I got to show you because they still for some reason the Dallas Morning News they love them some Allen because Allen's still number 8. How you feel about that?
Look, y'all got to take it into consideration. Like however you want to look at it. We got 2 L's on the season, and that's what I keep saying. It's to the number 1 team in the nation and the number 1 team in the state, in the great state of Texas. So I mean,
no, hold on, stop that, Coach. Let's be honest. Y'all weren't even in those games. Those games were played. Y'all might have been invited to the game, but y'all didn't show up in those games.
Now let me ask you this: what you think they would have done to? Are you Sunset? Are you? I heard I got in here late.
No, sir. Let's make this what this is about.
Okay,
it's about Allen.
Okay,
we're gonna keep it to about Allen and the
Okay.
fact that you said we lost to the number 1 team in the country, the number 1 team in the great state of Texas. You got blew out.
Yeah.
You weren't in those games.
Yeah.
Man, one of those games.
Well,
so the games that matter.
Not one. Both, but listen, but know this.
No, ain't no but.
Yeah, it is. Both games got away and got ugly in the second half. So however you want, however you want to take that. Both games got halftime adjustments. I guess wasn't us, right?
So here's what you just told me. We're not in shape enough to play 4 quarters. We're not disciplined enough to maintain whatever corrections. Our coaches are not good enough to make corrections at halftime. Okay. We're not as talented.
That's what you got out of that. That's what you got.
Well, here's what I got.
You got all of that.
Absolutely.
Hey, Coach Carr, hold on real quick. Okay, BJ. Before I bring on our other regular. Cause we got regulars now on Sundays. we got regulars. We got regulars now on Sundays.
Man, where my dog Ward at?
Hey, you know that's who in the background. Wait.
Okay. Where my dog Ward at?
Oh shit.
So before I bring on Coach Ward, all I need to know.
What you need to know?
If they not teaching no QB up there in Allen.
Why you?
They not teaching a QB position up there in Allen. That's what I
better leave Coach Northside alone, man.
I'm gonna tell y'all this. I'm gonna let y'all in on some that I got word on, and I'm still trying to figure out.
There they go.
These new coaches and everything. Supposedly, I'm gonna dig in and I have something for y'all in a definite by next week. But supposedly, our OC and our head coach kind of bumping heads or been bumping heads, and they parting ways.
Now, did he pick him?
So,
did he pick him?
He came. I'm guessing.
Rayburn. Hey, listen, brother.
Coach Ward, there you go.
Hey, listen,
there you go.
They bumping heads. They might doing a little bit more than bumping heads. Listen, man.
Yeah.
Y'all are not in games. So maybe is he bumping heads with the D coordinator?
See, I wish I heard this same deal whenever we played, when it was like the next week and we played C.E. King and Arlington Martin and all of them, because I believe them are still pretty big powerhouses, if I'm not mistaken. But it
only 7-1. They 7-1.
Okay, well they 7-1. You know that one came from, huh?
Came from you guys, but you know where y'all two big losses came from?
From the number one team in the state of
So
Texas,
it's that big of a difference.
in the United
So
States
it's
of America.
it's that big of a difference
That's a
between
big
Allen
difference.
and
That's a big difference.
So it's a big difference between Allen and
That's a
Denton
very
Guyer.
big difference. That's a very big difference.
Boy,
We're not
So-
losing we didn't lose to no we
All
we
right,
got blown out.
Coach Northside. I'm saying
he ain't lying.
I'm saying is it that big of a difference between Denton Guyer and Allen?
I mean, apparently, shit. Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's a whole 42 point difference in
Right.
between.
So would you have? Is that common for what you're accustomed to?
No.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I don't know what y'all want me to really say because everything.
No, we want you to eat it, man. Eat it. Own it.
I take it on
Own it and say we are not the same Allen. We are not the team that people are accustomed to seeing week in and week out. We can't develop a quarterback. We can't play no defense. We can't keep coaches.
From the beginning.
You know what I mean? Let's be honest.
DJ, hold on, wait.
Beginning.
DJ.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, Coach Northside. I'm just teasing you.
DJ, I'm passing on your time on this one. And I'm gonna tell you why. I do a lot of research. Mike Hawkins have a lot of colleges after him. So unfortunately, I do have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Number two, you beat Arlington Martin is 7-1 because of you. You beat a lot of other schools.
C. King, I don't know what their record is, but I know they came in with a lot of. Hold on. Before we get on that, hold on. Let me clear something up just real quick, and we'll get right back to this. Because I'm getting a lot of North Crowley people commenting in, and they coming in and they saying, let me tell y'all what happened, because I was there. We played North Crowley in a scrimmage, right? And this is the whole deal. Like, you get tired of scrimmaging people because people take the scrimmages as we beat this team and we did that and all this other stuff. It's no special teams. It's three. We all know it's three phases of the game, right? And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. They say in order to be successful and to get the win, you need to have two of the three: offense, defense, and special teams, right? So you win two of the three categories. For one, when you're in a scrimmage, there is no special teams. Or when I watched this scrimmage, there was no special teams. So the Allen put in their starters, got the ball first, drove the ball 80 yards with no hiccup, no nothing, and threw a touchdown pass, end up scoring, pulled the starters out. The starters they didn't play anymore because after that we had to get ready for for Bosco, right? So they pulled the starters out. Now they played some of the starters here and there, but not. So let me rephrase that. They didn't pull all the starters, but they pulled the first unit out, especially offensively. And then they will play because all of our receivers, the tight end Mitchell, Mike, running back, KD, all of them, everybody's juniors. You know what I mean? We have, I believe, 8 juniors on the offensive side right now. So they pulled all of them and they would play them here and there, right? And North Crowley, they did look pretty good, but they were playing a lot of our 2s and 3s. So these North Crowley people coming on here talking about we beat y'all in this scrimmage and all of this stuff.
No, they said they beat the hell out of y'all. They didn't say they beat y'all.
Cut it out.
Real quick.
Cut it
out. Comments. I don't know who you is in the comments, but before you come clowning Allen, no, K. Davis not their quarterback. Their quarterback is Mike Hawkins. K. Davis is Denton Ryan. All right, continue.
Yeah. So that's that. I don't really like Allen. I don't. Me personally, I don't really sit up and say, hey, look, we went and scrimmage South Oak Cliff and we beat South Oak Cliff in the scrimmage, which was whatever it was, 1 live half and no kicking game and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I understand when you're the big boys, that comes with the territory. So if North Crowley feel like they handled us because they played majority of our 2s and 3s and they did good and it was come out party or whatever it is, then we'll take it. But I just wanted to clear that up. Now back to Geyer. Look, I left at the third quarter.
Hold on, man. What kind of fan is you, dog?
Man,
what kind of fan is
look,
you?
Look,
He trying to beat that traffic. He trying to beat that traffic.
No.
We got family. You gotta get home.
I had exactly. Look, I had the kids, everything. We was up there, up in the stands. We had school the next day, all of that stuff. Well, we didn't have school, but it was just time to get back home, man. It was time. It was time. It was. But you know what? And then next year, and I think, me personally, I don't think Geyer's going to be as strong as they are this year. Next year, they losing a ton of seniors. And then
y'all talking about Mike Hawkins? Hey, Mike Hawkins is a good quarterback, man.
He is, man.
He is a good quarterback, man.
Is he?
He's a great quarterback.
Is he? Is he?
If that happened, then why do you scrimmage? I mean, you got to scrimmage somebody. I mean,
yeah, you got.
No.
You know what? That's a question. We got Coach. We got Coach from South Ward over here. Coach Ward. If scrimmages don't matter, why everybody keep taking their happy asses to scrimmages if they ain't gonna play the starters and then they gonna holler when they get their ass whooped? It don't matter.
I mean, I think it depends on where your program is. So, different programs go into scrimmages for different things. Sometimes you trying to see where the other guys are, especially if you got stability in your different position groups. So I mean, a program that ain't never won, nothing gonna go into scrimmage to come away with more victory win. You know what I'm saying? A program that has won recently, let's say titles or deep playoff runs, they trying to fine tune. If they got a lot of experience back, so you going to them for different reasons. That's why it's always it's rare that I look at it like we won or lost a scrimmage unless somebody got to be ugly. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're going to scrimmage for. Fans, they want to see wins and losses, and they count touchdowns and all of that. But you got to factor in when that okay. Let's say you got a starting corner. You got two starting corners, of course, but you got a starting corner for sure. Well, that third guy, he goes with the ones the second time around, and he get bummed for 80 twice. Well, your team and parents are like, man, he don't even start. But the other team is looking for Big 99 who committed to Arkansas at D tackle. Like, sure, them the ones. See, we just go twice. You see what I'm saying? So it's always gonna be confusing for fans when it comes to looking at the other team in the scrimmage.
Okay, Coach. Why I got you here?
Man, I'm gonna tell you why I came here. All right, let me first.
I thought you came because you love us. So you got another reason. You got another reason.
Don't pick on me. Don't pick on me, right, Coach. Don't pick on me, right, Coach. I ain't doing
You got a reason other than you love us? I don't know if I want to hear.
I wasn't coming on tonight. I was just gonna watch, but y'all be getting on here on Sundays just talking crazy.
Oh,
here we go.
What we say wrong, Coach? What we say wrong?
Where do I start? First of all, y'all are encouraging ducking non-district competition. Y'all are encouraging it because y'all give flowers to anybody who schedules anybody. Everybody that plays somebody who has, I call them blue bloods. Anybody who play a blue blood or several in that non-district and lose, it's a lot worse. It's looked at like, man, going undefeated is hard. Scoring 80 on Sunset is hard.
Okay,
Come on,
okay,
man.
hold on, Coach. Now, give me the example when we said playing a blue blood, you get docked for. Because I could have sworn everybody on here said stop. Deserve credit.
I don't want to use it because I'm enjoying BJ getting all that he getting. But I got it. I'm gonna use the example. Allen played Bosco. You know what I'm saying? It's only, I can tell you right now, it may be 4 teams in the state of Texas that would have taken that game. DeSoto, Duncanville, Allen, Sock. Ain't nobody else that would have taken it recently. Now, when Joy McGuire was at Cedar Hill, he would have took the game.
North Shore.
North Shore hasn't played nobody from out of state. I'm not saying they don't do that. Right? That's not what they do. We're not talking about who could compete or who could win. We talking about who takes the games. North Shore don't take those games. You know what I'm saying? So they line up, they got beat down. You know what I'm saying? And it's looked at like they're lesser, but y'all don't factor in the wins with those losses. Those teams that are playing those teams, you got to go into who have they beat also. And I'm not talking about any specific team. I'll use us for example. We lost to Duncanville, 9-7 going into the fourth. We lost to Lancaster 21-3. We lost to DeSoto. It got away from us in the fourth. I mean, in the second half, it was 42-23. We lost by 19. And then we beat Paris Episcopal, who has beat Alito, who's a top 5A D1 team, who beat China Springs, who is now the number 1 team in 4A D1.
Well, hell, no, hold on.
That's
Alito ain't even on this list.
have.
Hold on, let me see if I can
that's
find
the
Alito.
win. Huh?
Where's Alito? They ain't got Alito on the Dallas
I'm
Morning
talking
News.
about top 5.
Alito is never on the Dallas Morning News. Never.
Yeah, I'm talking about in the state.
They don't
I'm talking
consider
about top
them,
5 in the state.
They don't consider them DFW.
Yeah.
But they got Argyle, DFW. Hell,
Argyle
shit,
is DFW.
Hey, I went to the
that's
Lovejoy.
so
I went to the
South
Lovejoy
Florida,
game
man.
too. I went to Lovejoy game
Argyle
too.
is
If
out there
that
by
ain't-
Denton.
Yeah, so I mean, but that's my
Yeah,
thing.
that's right.
I'm not. I ain't looking at a specific team. I'm looking at. I'm sitting behind the scenes, looking at y'all's criteria, and I don't like it. Y'all.
Hey, okay.
Y'all
Since
either
you in
looking
here
at,
as a
are they
fan,
undefeated? Hear me out there, man.
Okay, Coach
Y'all
Ward.
looking at, are they undefeated, or how bad did they get their ass beat by some team who's known for beating ass? like like Allen losing like they lost to, like he said, the number 1 team in the country at the time and the number 1 team in the state of Texas. You also got to factor in what they did to Martin. You got to factor that in. So that's where it's different. Y'all, I think y'all losing them pieces of it. Like Timberview. I ain't know nothing about Timberview. I asked who had Timberview played. Man, I went and looked
just
it
for
up.
the ask you.
Hear me out. They in the Dallas district. Coach Eastside just talked about the Garland district like dogs because it's like a Dallas district. Then y'all giving flowers to Timberview for beating people 69-0, 80-0. Like they're in the Dallas district. And they play SGP, who got like 2 wins. And I'm not knocking Timberview because I respect the program. They've been 3 rounds deep the last 2 years, lost to Lovejoy. I know that. But I had to ask who they played because I don't remember a game where there was lining up and I remember Timberview name popping up versus somebody that's supposed to be somebody. So y'all giving it gotta be well rounded. It ain't well right. First of all, this North Crowley has done what they've done. They're gonna be fine. But they gotta prove it in the playoffs. They have not played a blue blood. I respect what they're doing and have done, but I know how these rankings go. They used to matter to me. You know what I'm saying? They used to matter to a lot of us. Then we actually did something, and I don't think nobody's even looked at what we ranked in our program now. That's the difference in perspective. You know what I'm saying? North Crowley, when they get in the playoffs and they get to that 3rd round, and they probably run into whoever, South Lake or whoever it is, that's when they prove it. And then next year they're gonna get a whole lot of grace if they win that game. That's just how it works.
So can I get your opinion as a fan, Coach?
Okay, of course, fan.
As a fan, what you think? Number 1, do you have any impressions of Dallas Morning News top 20? Did you see it?
Yeah. I like it.
So you thought everything was good on it?
Yeah, I like it because of what it's based on. I think some teams is getting I think it builds. You look at it like the playoff rankings when they started college football, right? Like Byron Nelson, right? Byron Nelson is 5. Well, people may look and say, who is Byron Nelson beat? But you can rank Byron Nelson there because they got a South Lake matchup coming up. You see what I'm saying? So if they beat South Lake, they proved it. If they lose or get blew out, they're going to drop where they were supposed to be in the first place. So that's how rankings work. You can rank a team like that in those positions based off of who they've beaten, who they've lost to, and who they got coming up. That's why I don't have a problem with them rankings. When I look at them, and then you always go back into rankings are about trust. The rankings are not about how teams look now. The rankings are for the purpose of, and they adjust, of course, every week, but they're for the purpose of when I look at the end of the season and where everybody finished in the playoffs, was I accurate with my rankings? So I think a lot of times people look at it for right now in the week, right now. How do they look? What's the eye test? You know what I'm saying? But what did the team do at the end of the year? When we look back on it, you go back and watch this video, are we gonna be saying this team, and this team that people was vouching for lost first round? like Coach Eastside said. You know, Garland was a talented team, went undefeated, and lost in the first round last year. So it's based on those historical facts. You know what I'm saying? With the team you talking about and the teams that they playing.
Okay.
Yeah, I like it. It don't bother me.
Do you agree with your position? With well, not yours, but your team being ranked at number 8?
Six. No, 6.
I'm sorry, 6.
6 what in our 5A? I mean 5A the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5A.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we should be under Lancaster because that's the one. So it's based. You got to base a lot of it off of that.
Well, based on what you said, it sounds like you don't agree Timberview should be number 2.
I don't think that Timberview has played anybody. I think they in one of those positions like it was one of the 6A teams that's undefeated.
North Raleigh?
Who?
You made like North Raleigh? You think they?
No, not
Wiley East probably.
Wiley East. They're in Wiley East. So how Wiley East is ranked right now, I think that's how Timberview should be ranked. Mm-hmm. It's similar because Timberview has only played South Grand Prairie. Like somebody I'm gonna pull up that.
Well, hold on, Cal. Based on you said, based on what you just said.
Hold on, Will. You gotta turn some lights on in your house, fam.
Where your pick at, dog?
I've been waiting for them to finish so I can get on you about this mood setting you doing.
Yeah, dog. We gotta see your face, coach. We gotta see your face, coach.
I thought it was my camera was glitching or something.
No, that's why I took him off.
He and his wife beat her right now.
No, he was in his studio. Hey, he's in his studio, but I don't know what's going on with his camera because that's why I took him off of it because it was just blank. And I'm like, we're not doing no deep throat informant stuff.
I got my shirt on for you too.
We're not doing no deep throat informant.
What's that camera?
Hey, if you come on here, you gotta show your face because you gotta show your face and let everybody know that you talking that you know what I'm talking about.
Hey.
And for the record, Coach Ward, I just got a text. Coach Paul said he would have took that Bosco game too. Don't leave him out.
Coach Paul, see that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Would have when I'm basing it off of who has done it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people who would do that opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But they would. When he take the Bosco game, he gonna be added to the list, or Modern Day, or IMG, or whoever. There you go. What's up, baby?
All right. So hold on. So here's what you're saying to me. Here's what you're saying to me. You telling me that a Mansfield Timberview team who you just said.
Hold on. Why you talking? Let me pull up their schedule.
Hold on.
Coach,
I'm not Coach.
Hey, Coach Eastside already pulled up their stuff and called it.
Nah, he didn't talk about board though. I need.
But you can talk about whoever they schedule, right? So here's what I'm saying. You just said you said that they've been going 3 rounds deep in the playoffs.
Yeah, in Division 2. Yeah.
Okay, so they're a good team. Yeah, so let's not pretend that maybe this year they caught fire because it's possible. They historically has been building to this moment. Y'all don't dictate what district you in. Yeah, but that's why y'all go out and play that tough preseason schedule.
But the thing
because you know the district that you in. I get that. But there's still a team that's been going 3 rounds deep in the playoffs.
Where you staying? I'm finna come.
He always fired up.
He always fired up.
Hey. He got a whole studio over there, Coach Ward. He got a whole studio.
Goodness gracious.
I just want to say one thing about 5A.
Calm down, Will. Jeez. Hey, look.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
This
Cal.
Rod, this your fault.
Hey, you know on Sunday, even Coach Eastside over there sipping on. What you sipping on, Coach Eastside? What you sipping on, Coach Eastside?
What y'all know about the English?
Already, we caught. Hey, we on with the church. Now we drinking and talking shit on Sunday night.
All right. I want you to hear this.
This is my bye week. I'm good.
I feel what you're saying, Will. But listen to this, Will. They played SGP, who has 3 wins. Sam Houston, who's winless. WT White.
Dang.
Carrollton, R.L. Turner, who has, I think, 2 wins. Newman Smith, who has 3 wins. Birdville has 3 wins. Molina, Sunset by 80 last week. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're not a good team.
Coach Carr, their last 2 games are 140-0. They're not playing anybody.
Exactly. They are beating the heck out of teams that they supposed to be beating the heck out of. You're talking about a team that has been 3 rounds deep playoffs, right?
I got the perfect example. And J Man, I know last year you was coaching, you was working, so you know you might not have saw this. Last year, Lancaster went through this same thing.
They did.
Yep. Right now, we're talking about last year's Lancaster team. The issue that you have in that situation that I can say, Skyline at the time, and we go through because we've done it so long. When you run into a team in the playoffs where the first and second round, that's different. The speed of it changes. So a lot of what we're talking about, they still gonna have to prove it. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying Timberview ain't this or ain't that. I'm saying based off of the schedule that they have and have had and have played, they still gonna have to prove. They're in the same situation as Wiley East. Everything that Coach Eastside said about Wiley East that you didn't fight against, this is literally the same conversation.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm not. Listen, it's not the same conversation because you gave me some information that Coach Eastside didn't give me. Coach Ward said, and I quote, they have been to the playoffs 3 rounds deep in the last couple of years. To me, they are a good team that has been building every year.
I'm not
compare them to a East Side, Wiley East and Coach Eastside and his crew. You know what I mean? You can't compare them. They're not the same.
I mean, you got to think too. It was in the lower division, so it's still different. You see what I'm saying? It was in Division 2. Now they done moved up. Will they done moved up to Division 1? So they could be building to that point, but the competition level has jumped in the playoffs now.
Let me
I can believe that.
Okay. Let me say, Coach Todd said that the top 3 in 5A is. Drum roll, please. Argyle, Lancaster, and Reedy. Which I gotta disagree with you, Coach Todd, on Reedy. But we're gonna talk about it Wednesday when you come on the show. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't. Wednesday, hurry up and get here. Hurry up and get here when Coach Todd. I just want to let you know I'm gonna beat you down on these picks. I'm gonna beat you down.
Hey, y'all need to use my picking order.
Let me say this real quick.
I told you, Cal Ward, you're not gonna do to me like that.
Why y'all can't use my picking order though?
Let me say this real quick.
They got a problem with the picking order are the people who trying to cheat. See, you get dogs going.
I don't have a problem with it. I just have a problem that you're gonna accuse me of it.
Hey, I done caught you 7. You and Pat are the worst. Pat,
yeah,
they
are. They are.
No, you're not in the same boat as Pat, so I'm not finna do you like that. I'm not finna do you. But Pat has went on record and said he'll be the last pick of a game or 2. He'll be like, look, I don't know nothing about now one of the teams.
You hear that, Swaggy?
He need to pick first every time. Just because of the he do that all the time.
Right.
Because I pick after nobody.
I went 11-0. I went 11-0 and Pat went 11-0. You know, Jeremy does it too though.
And Matt went 11-0. So what was really happening?
I went 11-0.
I went 10-1.
And I picked my picks before Matt. So you can go ahead and stop that.
Let me say this. I just don't. A lot of y'all right now, y'all feeling good about yourself. Y'all not challenging yourself. Y'all not trying to be better. Y'all are picking games that are easy to pick. This is your fault. I need y'all to pick to find some evenly matched games.
That's the guy up there.
Evenly matched. Don't pick the Sunset versus Timberview. See, that's what y'all been doing. So y'all trying to boost these y'all.
All these accusations, Coach. What you drinking tonight? God dang!
Why is he still on this show? Why is he still on this show? Why you ain't this? You know what? You know what, Coach? That's defamation. That's defamation, Coach. You're being extremely rude right now. You are being
Coach
rude.
out here assassinating people's character, man.
Yeah.
Come on, Coach. You gonna do it like that, Coach?
Hey, Rod, you the scapegoat too. You the scapegoat, man.
You can't come on here and do that.
Yeah, you can't do boy Rod like that.
Hey, I just didn't like the rankings talk. I had to come on here and fight back. I was like, no, man, we ain't doing this. Not this Sunday.
No, we gonna do whatever we want to do, Coach Ward. Right now, you're an enemy of the state. You're an enemy of the state.
Say, Rod.
Hey, I just want you to know, Coach Ward, I need you to point that pistol at Swaggy. Quit shooting at everybody, because he the one picked the game.
Nah, I'm trying to stay away from Swaggy, man. Swaggy got on Facebook yesterday. He was about to. Hey, I really almost took my Kimball shirt off. I said, man, I don't know tonight. It's a little hot out. Swaggy got on there like, whoever want it can get it. I tell you,
by the
way, like what?
By the way, Coach Ward, Woodrow gonna beat the dog fool out of Kimball come Friday. I hope that's on the pick list.
Baby. It's the K.
I hope not.
Wait a minute. How that? I don't know.
I said it, and I meant it. I said
I'm Kimball, baby.
Wait a minute.
I'm talking about the K, baby.
You done said my name 3 times like Candyman. Now you made me appear
on Sunday.
I don't come on Sundays. You said my name like Candyman 3 times, man. Now you done made me appear.
Hey, you got to pick first now, all the time.
And I also came up here to give my boy Swagger here because Kansas City, baby, it's going down. Yes, sir. I'm a Cowboy Kansas City fan. Doggone it. And Ward, I'm on you. You better be on the show Wednesday because I'm going against you one-on-one, mano.
No, Todd coming on Wednesday.
I know Todd coming on. I want Ward next week. Then I'm getting you next week, dog.
Because next week we in the playoffs now, man. I'm finna stop fooling with y'all.
You about to go dark. You about to go dark, huh?
Yeah,
you
man.
Know
I'm finna actually work.
So you come on this show and act a fool today,
and
huh?
then I'm coming
You
up
know you finna go dark and this your last day. Okay, Cal Ward, we got you, homeboy. I got you, Cal.
I'm gonna actually do some work for it. I ain't work.
Yeah, you might want to do some work. A Timberview waiting on that ass.
Timberview moved up to Division 1, sir.
Hey,
my bad. Y'all got Woodrow problems. Y'all got Woodrow problems.
Sorry.
On DISD crime, man.
Hey, Cal, I got one question for you. Where you going your bye week before the playoffs?
Huh?
Don't you have a bye week before the playoffs?
No.
Oh, this ain't the NFL.
So when but I thought when Kimball beat Woodrow, they don't have to play for the zone no more.
That ain't gonna happen,
right?
That ain't gonna happen.
So the way it works is it's gonna cross and we're gonna play each other regardless of the outcome.
Oh,
yeah, because everybody gonna still play their 10 games.
That ain't what Matt Stepp said, sir.
Well, as rare as it happens, Matt Stepp might have been misinformed, sir.
You hear that, Matt? Hold on. We're gonna say it right because this Sunday night.
Hey, my boy,
Matt, your ass was wrong, Matt. Your ass was wrong.
But hey, look, and Kyle up here cutting like the church preacher up, and he just cutting everybody tonight.
We need to pray for Cal. We really need. You know what, Cal? Go watch film. Go watch film.
I'm the spokesman for the coaching coalition of the DFW coaches. They tired of y'all talking about they can't coach. They tired of y'all saying
I ain't never said that.
They don't adjust, that they got talent, they can't do this, they can't do that. Everybody text me. No, everybody text in the group chat. And I said, you know what, fellas, don't worry about it. I got them. I'm on their ass on Sunday.
No. Tell them to hit J-Mac up. J-Mac send links, baby. J-Mac don't run from no smoke. J-Mac don't run from no smoke. J-Mac send links. If you got a problem with what I say,
y'all don't bother nobody I associate with. Everybody love y'all. I'm just joking.
I know. No. I tell you what though. Shout out to Coach Barnett because I believe he listened to me at Hutch because he got them boys playing both ways and they kicking ass. They looking good over there. So shout out to Barnett, and I can't wait to that Hutch Carter game.
Hey! Before you know, siders up there, north side. I've been trying to get Coach Ryan out here. He been running from us. So need to holler at us, man. My boy need to get on there, Coach Northside. We need you on here. I'm talking about my boy Ryan or whatever. He been running for the last 2 weeks.
Let me say something real quick. To your point earlier about the game picking, you're right. I got a hard one for everybody. I'm gonna give everybody a sneak peek of the bonus game. You got Addison versus TJ.
Bro, nothing about no Addison and TJ.
That's the whole point.
Adamson.
Who?
Adamson.
Who?
Adamson. Listen.
Addison.
Listen.
I thought that Adamson plays soccer, don't they?
Listen, Adamson all day. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out, Coach Northside, you okay over there, man?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. Longhorns, Laws.
Coach Northside. Wait a minute, Coach Northside. I need you to give me some of these coaches on. I got Coach Hen from Denton Ryan. He been running. I need him on the show. I need Guy on there. Let's see how your connects run up there. And you my boy too. You know me and you, BJ, go way back.
Okay. I know. I got you.
Coach Northside, I need you to tell me why the hell Allen suck ass so much.
He drinking. Hey, he drinking. He drinking. Hey, but you know what? I think
it's Sunday night, baby. Sunday night, nigga. Hey, everything goes Sunday night.
Here you go.
Oh, my bad. I'm not supposed to be on the Sunday night show. I gotta go.
Yeah, you gone, baby.
Hey, you Pat, don't thank Jesus and get off of here because you know this ain't no Christian show.
I'm praying for the Most High. I'm praying for these fellas on this show.
Let me ask you this.
Hold on. Let's talk about the game that matters the most Friday night. Let's talk about Duncanville, DeSoto. The wait is finally over. The hype is over.
Hey, start with Coach Ward. Coach Ward and then Coach Eastside. I want to hear Coach Eastside and Coach Ward.
I'd have just left just then, huh?
Yeah. I ain't leaving till I hear these two. What you got?
Bro, I gotta hear this.
Duncanville, DeSoto play this week.
And we're on the sideline for that thing.
I gotta hear Coach Ward because he done ran up in here talking about
y'all gotta ask me something, Coach.
Wingman and all this. Now, okay, we got the Southern Sector Super Bowl, baby. I need you to break it down.
Wait a minute.
Hey, you done got your ass whooped by both of them. So tell me.
You gotta ask me specific. Give me something specific.
What you think of the matchup and who you got?
I think it's a good matchup. I think I'm gonna ride with the Duncanville D line. I think that's the difference maker.
What score you got?
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Man, we might have to go to that game.
What's the score?
You got to DJ. You gotta come to that game, man.
Ooh,
hey,
what's the score?
But that's a hard score to predict, man. Because one team's scoring and one team they punt. You know what I'm saying? It's two opposite styles.
Go see some real live.
This is the Sunday night show, man. I need bulletin board material.
I ain't got no bulletin board material for
28-21 DeSoto Eagles.
Hold on, Eastside. Okay, hold on. Break that down, Eastside. Break that down.
You know, I gotta ride my boy, DJ.
Who? The quarterback that throw the ball away as soon as somebody get close to him?
Yeah, and what's their record?
Is that who you talking about?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about.
You talking about the quarterback that had like 8 turnovers in 8 minutes last year in the playoffs?
Hey, who's your team, dog?
I ain't got a team.
I know, because you rep DISD. Y'all waste a lot of time on DISD on this show. Y'all need to.
Hey, you want to know why? Because, hey, I'm from the OC, baby.
I understand why. That's the school y'all.
I'm from the OC, baby.
Anything goes.
Y'all got to get y'all marketing together. Ain't nobody care about DISD football. Y'all talking about the schools that bad shit. It don't matter shit.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to see some good stuff.
I waste a lot of airtime. When I look at y'all's blogs, I see 2 hours. I guarantee you an hour and a half spent on DISD.
Yeah, Eastside, you going to stop that. Eastside.
Hey, Coach Carter, this ain't 1989.
Eastside, I had him a couple birds. It's going down.
Let's do it 30 for 30. Ain't nobody care about DISD football because that's not where it's at.
Hey, Eastside, DISD got more state championships than
Man, we ain't talking about 20, 30 years ago, dog.
No, we talking about last
DJ
year.
wasn't even born when y'all left one damn.
Well, yeah, he was on the staff. So that's what I'm saying. Eastside, don't do DISD like that. You can't talk about DISD. The only people that talk about DISD who graduated from DISD. Y'all can't talk about DISD. Ryan can only talk about Houston, Longview, Cedar Hill, DeSoto, because he went to all those schools.
Man, I'm trying to help this show out. I'm trying to take this show from 100 viewers to 10,000. Y'all talking about DISD, they click off. Ain't nobody with that.
All right, let me say something real quick. Let me say something real fast.
What you got, Norwood?
Let's talk about Friday night.
But they get DJ prediction for the game.
Then I'm gonna say
Hey,
about
man, I
Friday
need
night.
to refill my cup. Y'all
What
go
I'm
ahead.
say
And
about
talk.
Friday night. I'm gonna say this. They can lock them gates all the hell they want. They can lock them. We cool with that. But we gonna fly over that bitch. We gonna piss on it. we walking to Duncanville Stadium and we whipping some Panther ass.
What you
Facts.
think,
That's
DJ?
you stand on that.
Is the dub going to the game?
Yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there.
Where the game at?
Fly,
In
Eagle
Duncanville.
fly, baby.
Oh,
where's it at?
It's in Duncanville. It's in Duncanville.
Okay.
What you got, DJ? What you think? What you got? What's your opinion?
Shoot, I'm rock with Duncanville. I just think
I'm Eagle daddy.
You said what?
I'm talking to Matt. I'm an Eagle dad.
I'm
Soto all day, every day.
So with it's a good matchup because it's contrasting styles. Now again, when you looking at two teams like this playing, I think they played 6 times or 5 times in 3 years or something like that.
Yeah, Duncanville won last 4.
Yeah, Duncanville. They haven't beat Duncanville, I think, since 18.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah. But from playing both teams, they really are opposite. I think both offensive lines are gonna have to play, or that's gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? I think Duncanville defensive line is tough. I've talked about that before on here with them.
Yeah.
And I think that's, if I got to pick a difference, that's the difference for me. But I can't, picking a score with these teams, it's tough. It's tough because one team scores and one team hasn't scored as much, but that ain't what they do. You know what I'm saying? If you look at common opponents, you can't say, you try to say, well, look how much they scored versus how much they scored, but it's a style of play, dog. They beat you up.
Game. It's a rivalry.
And it's a rivalry.
It's a rivalry game. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah. Nah, we play Thursday, so I get to watch it.
If I had
So
to,
who you got? Who you got, BJ? Did you say who you got?
Yeah, I'm just saying it's just hard to pick against Duncanville.
Oh man, look here, man. I'm gonna kick you out of here. You come with that soft shit.
I'm
This Sunday night, dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. But I'm thinking of, look, Allen played Prosper this weekend, but I think we gonna go ahead. I think I'm gonna make that trip and go see this Duncanville versus the Soto game.
Hey, that Allen got you.
BJ, what y'all gonna do?
That Allen Prosper game. It's gonna be.
That's for the D1C.
It's gonna be a hard game.
Yeah.
Gonna be a hard game.
Yeah, that's gonna be a hard one. What they got Prosper ranked right in front of them.
Where that Prosper game at? And Allen or Children Help?
It's here in Allen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't.
But I do want to speak on this. I'm still highly impressed, Ward. I'm highly impressed. Even though the last 2 games that I went to go watch them play as well, they didn't play nobody. But I'm still highly impressed with Lovejoy. I am. They look like a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
Both sides of the ball. They balling right now. They test gonna come next week when they play
Melissa.
There you go.
That's
Ward. You be on it, dog.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Coach Warren right quick. Hey, Cal, shout out to you, dog, because Thursday night you told me, you said ride. Look at my watch. I'm gonna end this shit at 8:30.
He lying. I ain't say that. He lying.
He didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Right? I would tell you if I said that.
He would send that to me.
Now Spence said, he said we're gonna end this at 8:30.
Nah, they didn't say that, man. They went into that and was like, hey, we getting ready to play a good Samuel team. And they kids just went out there and executed, man. You know what I mean? They played
and you with
Sunset?
Football?
Huh?
You ride with Sunset?
Hey, he did put his Sunset cap.
Hey, hold on. Before y'all do that, y'all, no, I got it. Don't worry, Coach Carr. I got you on this one. I can't let y'all disrespect. That's my homie now. We grew up since ADL Turner.
Yeah, but
So look here. Before you disrespect Coach Carr, let me give you his resume.
Okay.
I gotta give you his resume because you ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
Coach Carr, number one, he's an Oak Cliff Pee Wee legend at the Oak Cliff Raiders, right?
Okay.
Number two,
Oak Cliff Raiders.
He's a junior high legend.
Wait.
At
What
Oak
Oak Cliff Raiders? Oak Cliff Raiders. Where that's at?
It's Redbird Raiders. He meant Redbird.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
Don't do
Raiders.
that.
My bad.
That's what happened when the outsider introduced you. Go ahead, carry on.
That what happened when Johnny get
Fill me in. Finish filling me in, Coach.
Yeah, he with the Raiders, Redbird Raiders. My bad. Then now he's an All-American at Carter High School.
Okay.
Not just All-American at Michigan University.
Okay.
And he also played in the NFL. So you ain't finna come in here and be disrespecting my man.
But what I gotta do
with Sunset?
Where is Sunset? When I got on here, he was super amped up about Sunset.
First of all, I don't let anybody outside of DISD talk about DISD. You're not gonna do that. Okay. It could be Addison, it could be Molina, it could be the Poor Sisters of the South. I don't even care. But if they at Dallas Independent School, you people from Dallas ain't gonna come down here and talk that old sassy noise. I'm thinking y'all better than us down here in the South. That's absolutely not the case.
No, we ain't saying that. We just don't want to hear about it.
Dang, I'm talking about, but y'all still ain't
you too, East Side. You too, East Side.
East Side. You threw yourself in this. You threw yourself in this.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do that.
Everybody hear about that.
You know what? East Side.
Hey, you got me thinking.
Oh man.
Hey, you got me thinking. When is the last East Side title? Like you saying that, you got me thinking about it. When the last time a Garland team, a Mesquite team,
Garland in 2000.
Yeah.
Mesquite too.
And Mesquite 2001.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. See, yeah. You can't say how you were saying, man.
And both of them beat Carter on the way.
Man, I ain't from Mesquite. I'm just saying I ain't about to hear nothing about DISD.
Yep.
I saw play from Mesquite. I'm just saying.
Both of them.
I'm looking at those scores.
Hey, clean it up. But all I do know you was with Mesquite with Duncanville beat that ass. You with Mesquite with Duncanville beat that ass last year.
That's all right. Hey, J man, let me tell you something. My baby started last week against Alabama A&M.
Hey, shout out to him.
He took a couple licks. I was like, hey man, I said, hey, boy, you took a couple hits. Them big boys hitting hard. He said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, was that the worst you got beat? He said, nah. I said, was it a Duncanville game? He said, yeah, the Duncanville game.
Speaking of Owen Mesquite, shout out to my brother Mark Hodges from Mesquite quarterback that year. That's my brother.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to everybody on this panel, man, because I ain't gonna lie, I love y'all energy tonight. Y'all bringing that energy tonight. Hey, whatever you drinking, Coach Eastside, you make sure you have a 6-pack every Sunday. I have to see you that doggone late. I didn't get it.
Hey, this is my first week without had a pie, so I'm relaxing.
We got how Ward. We got one good Ward left.
I don't want to come on no more because
Ward be coming on here on PC. See, Ward be coming in here dressed up in PC. He be coming in here like Obama. We gotta start undressing him.
Ward came in here with some attitude to this evening, man.
Oh, today. Yeah, he had his teeth and poke on today. He had his teeth and poke.
Say.
Hey, you need to chill out, homeboy.
Yeah, no, we got 2 good weeks.
Cal own it tonight, okay? Listen, Cal,
y'all got me going with them rankings, man. I ain't like that energy.
You ain't like that energy.
Well,
but I tell you what, man,
I don't mind as long as it's consistent. You can't, man. I ain't like it. Yeah.
Come on, Coach. Really,
Coach? I mean, honestly though, Coach. Let me put it up now. Did you like the 5A, 6A what we talked about?
Yes, go to 4A. You ain't got 4A?
I got 4A. Y'all want to look at it?
Nah, we need to look at 4A to football, man.
I just want to know how the hell Carter's still on there.
Who's Carter other lost to?
See right there. Wilma Hutchins on. Yeah, take that off there. Wilma Hutchins 5-4. They number 8. Take that off of there.
You want to talk about Carter?
Look at these DISD teams.
Carter is
hey,
on there because
Coach
they lost to the
Eastside.
number 2 team.
Coach Eastside, how many Eastside teams in the 4A rank? I done seen 4 DISD teams, Coach Eastside. I done seen 4 DISD teams. I done seen 4 DISD teams, Coach. 4 for DISD.
Sunnyvale number 5. Sunnyvale number 5. There you go. There you go, Coach.
And they beat the hell out of Carter.
Sunnyvale number 5, Coach.
This is
your
not
question.
about who beat who. This is not about who beat who. That man said that Garland Eastside district was worse than DISD. And DISD got 4 teams in the top 10.
Ain't nobody worse than DISD district. So. Ain't nobody worse than DISD.
You got 4 teams in the top 10.
Hold on, Eastside. Now Fort Worth is way worse. Way worse.
Say now.
All right, well, man, we ain't even talking about Fort Worth. Y'all ain't waste your team on Fort Worth, so that we ain't talking about that. Man.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Am I right? Y'all ain't talking about Fort Worth.
Let's talk about this.
No, we talking about North Crowley. We talking about North Crowley
and
North Crowley's not.
Hey man,
talking about North Crowley this year.
Rod on his Carter spill, man. Y'all know Rod trying to give his Carter spill.
Okay, Rod, go ahead and justify why Carter's still on here.
Okay, so with Solana winning Friday, that get him a championship. So we now know the first round is gonna be Solana versus Nevada Community. One of them over there.
They're gonna be blown out.
If Carter, the winner and loser of Carter and Hutch, the winner of Carter and Hutch can get Surfer Springs. The
First
loser
round.
can get Kaufman in the first round.
J-Mac, bring that.
Surfer Springs.
What seed are they playing for?
Bring it back up.
Third seed. It'd be third.
Oh, the 3rd seed. Okay, so they would be the 3rd and 4th seed.
Yeah.
If Carter defeat Hutch,
that's tough.
They'll be the number 2 seed. Number 2 will get Kaufman. I mean, number 2 will get Surfer Springs. Number 3 will get Kaufman.
What the hell is Nevada Community?
All I'm saying is, all I'm saying is, based on Coach Ward criteria for these rankings, it's about 10 teams that don't need to be on here.
Say, man.
Damn.
What? But for real, 5-4, 5-3, 4-4, then the top 10.
Yeah.
But hey, Carter only 2 losses is to number 2 and number 5.
Hey, listen, brother. That goes back to what we talked about with Allen. Those weren't even good games.
Who made Carter Hutch?
They wasn't there. They wasn't there, Coach. You said Allen didn't show up. Allen wasn't there.
Yeah, Carter didn't show up either, Coach Northside. You ain't the only one in this boat. Matter of fact, I'm in the same boat with you, Northside. Okay. I picked Carter to beat Solana because I actually want Carter to be something more than what they are. But I feel like I'm the only one that really want that.
You know what? Let me shed some light on this game right quick. Because I was there. I actually went to Solana because I support the boy.
You graduated from Solana too?
No. I support Carter no matter what. Win, lose, or draw. I'm there at the end of the game of school song. We down 55-13 or we up 55-13. Anyway, the point I'm making is this. To be there live for that game, you have to see how it went. Carter actually came out and played good in the beginning. What caused Carter the game, Solana was driving down the field. It was already 7-0. They were driving down the field again. Carter defense made a big play, which they hit the running back, Guyton. He fumbled. His ball traveled like 15 yards up the field. A Solana player ran and caught it in the end zone. That's what made it 14-0. Then the next possession, Carter got a kick block, ran back, and from there it was just night.
From there, brother, that game was lost when they got off the bus. Like when they got off the bus.
Coach Eastside finna really go off now.
Yeah. Hey, Rod.
That game was lost. You just didn't want to go home. You stayed there. You didn't want to go home.
Rod, that game was lost. That game was lost in preparation. So again, you don't get blew out 42-14 and you prepared to go into that game. You don't do that. You knew where you was going. You knew what you was getting into. You knew you was playing the second best team in the state or in the area. You knew that. So your whole demeanor had to be different and your approach had to be different. They went in there and got blew out, bro. It was 42-14 at half. There was nothing sweet about that game.
Wait, at the half?
It was 44-6.
Yes, brother. At half.
44-6 at half.
Yeah, 42-6 at half.
Yeah,
so it
you
wasn't
called
sweet
me,
about
Will.
that
You
game,
called me.
bro.
You called me, Coach.
That's
Carl.
what I get at a quarter is they don't deserve to be in the top 10 because they never beat anybody that matters. The only people they beat is people with losing records. Period.
So okay, with that being said, Coach Carl,
I'm just tired of watching that, man.
With that being said, who win Carter Hutch in 2 weeks?
Carter.
Oh Lord,
I'm taking Hutch, man. I'm taking Hutch.
I'm taking Hutch too. But you know, I got another question. Who winning this week? We got Kimber and Woodrow. Coach Ward, who you got?
Woodrow for blowing by Woodrow by 21, man.
Hey, y'all lose your audience.
Yeah, for real, like for real.
Y'all talking about shit.
I'm like, God, dog. I'm at this point go watch JV.
God, dog, you just go.
I'm taking Woodrow,
okay,
man.
then. Okay,
Woodrow.
then. Let me
I got
change the
Woodrow.
subject.
All right, but I got Woodrow.
Is Allen better than DeSoto right now?
Hell no.
Ooh, that's
No.
No, they're not.
Now I got a better answer. Who win? Allen or Prosper? I got Prosper.
That's a good question.
Oh, that is.
It is a good
That
question,
is.
though. That's a valid question too.
That's a great. That's a great one. I've been asking.
He don't want to say Prosper.
I've been
He
asking
don't want to say
that since I left the game.
He don't want that heat. He don't want that heat.
Since I left it, and I'm
Yeah,
still rocking.
guy
I'm
and
still
Prosper
rocking.
was a dogfight.
Yeah.
It was.
I think it was like
DJ, go
17,
say Allen
12
don't
or
mean
something
it.
like
Go
that.
ahead and say
Yeah.
Allen don't mean it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Allen. I'm gonna ride with Allen. I don't know if Allen gonna.
We know you ride with Allen.
I'm gonna ride with Allen. I don't know if Allen gonna, but I'm definitely gonna ride with him.
Allen or Prosper?
He don't want to pick against him.
Allen got too many yellow fellas. Allen got too many yellow fellas. You can't win with that many light skinned dudes.
No, I'm gonna go.
A lot of them.
Yeah, I can't remember when the last
You
time.
can't win with that many light skinned dudes on the team. I'm just gonna
say
be
that,
honest.
Jeremy.
I can't remember the last
I
time.
just said it.
Back-to-back games.
You did. That didn't make it right.
Allen.
See, DJ, you gotta learn when to come on here. When
Allen.
the Skeet and Horn came on, they didn't see me.
No, I told him I'm gonna be here.
No, hey,
what's
Coach Eastside.
What's scary about Horn is it's year one and they getting better.
Yeah, man.
So the only thing about Horn, and if you watch that Heath game, there was a significant change in that game. It was when they changed that quarterback. There was
they changed quarterbacks.
They put JT in that quarterback. That changed again. Like I've been saying all year, they had the 4th-string quarterback in there the whole year. And that changed again. Like I've been saying all year, they had the 4th-string quarterback in there. And that changed again. Like I've been saying all year, they had the 4th-string.
Suge Knight on. Y'all done talking about
Wait
Allen too much.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
out of here.
J-Man.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh hell!
Y'all, hey, y'all did like Pat. Y'all said a little too much. Y'all done called up the candy man. What's up, Coach?
What up, Coach?
Hey, like what people gotta realize is it wouldn't be no podcast if it weren't for Dallas and Sock. Like we started all this podcast shit. If people want to be real about it. Like
talk about it, Coach.
What none of these coaches for no Allen, for no Love like Chris Ross. What none of these cats coming on none of them Claude Mathis. What none of them cats even talking to none of y'all until it became cool because we did.
Talk to him, Matt.
You can't discredit the originators of this shit, which is us in Dallas. And now they all copycatting. Why? Because now they want to be cool in our community so their kids can go there. Like we the starters of it. Like ain't no suburb ever said no trends. They follow trends.
It started in the South, Coach.
Yeah,
and it started with the
dub.
dub, and the dub started in the South.
Hey, Coach Todd, you tell Coach Eastside.
It's got to be a reason y'all reaching out to the north. Y'all reaching out to the suburbs. He been real proud,
Todd. He said DISD ain't got nothing. He said it ain't one to
Coach Todd know that.
No football.
Coach Todd know that.
Out to the east side, they gonna get ran through. But he
said
he don't care if it's the SOC or the DOC.
It's got to be a reason you reach out to the suburbs though.
You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why we reach out to y'all second and third, but where do we start?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
where do we start?
Like I mean, like Allen is cute now. They got a mall and stuff, but like, ain't nobody got no reason to go there.
Ain't nobody got no reason to come down there.
But
what is it? What is it to come down there?
What I'm saying, they don't get none of our youth kids and none of them neither.
Y'all youth kids moving out here.
Man, they only moving out there because then y'all trying to act like y'all got Section 8 in them apartments. Like don't play that game.
Y'all
look. We gonna Chambers, like talk about how he really got there. Like don't make this like it's no thing. Like people just running the alley. Ain't nobody ever ran the alley.
You can't
run the alley. Y'all start getting them Section 8 vouchers and know what y'all doing with them. And then build a community, and then put all the black people in a little spot. Y'all know what y'all doing. Like it's
what
I'm saying was name any coaches that was getting on this 2 years ago when we was on Facebook, we was on the internet, we was talking classless coaches because coaches don't get on the internet, they don't talk on podcasts. That ain't what good coaches do. Then we won state. Not everybody on here. Name how many coaches been on all these shows. This shit really started on what your heart be like with Kiva.
Shout out to Kiva.
Yeah, like wasn't nobody interested in it. This shit was called they just some old ghetto black people just doing what ghetto black people do. Now all of a sudden it done flipped up and switched. Now it's the cool thing.
Now everybody got it.
Y'all want to get on our world. We ain't come to y'all world.
Hey, look, I'm saying y'all invited us on here for a reason. It don't make it. We ain't losing no sleep because we ain't on no South Dallas podcast.
Nah. I think you meant BJ. You missing the point. What he's saying is,
y'all copycats.
Yeah. What
on what podcast we do?
You got to think. He talking about coaches. Like we talking about accessibility, right? You go through any Allen coaches in the last 10 Allen coaches, they were not accessible to fans. None of that. They weren't accessible. You know what I'm saying? You go any coach on the east side, black, white, green, whatever coach. High school coaches have never been accessible. When we started doing it 2-3 years ago, then it has become a trend. Now coaches are saying, I need to go have a presence. So you looking at it like we as in the fan. The fan is the fan. The coaches, like you said, the Chris Rosses, anybody who's been on any podcast, this all new. Nobody was doing it. Everybody started doing it because we had such a presence. That's what he's talking about. He ain't talking about you, the fan. Y'all are on here because y'all are Facebook shit talkers. Like let's look at the panel.
But I don't
now. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying look at the panel of guys right now. I'd be Rise, Sean Twix Edwards, BJ Matthews. I know y'all's names because y'all been talking shit in these groups for years. Not in a negative way. Y'all have a presence in these groups. That's why y'all on here, because y'all got a voice.
Well, they on the dub because they the homies.
Talking about.
They on the dub because they the homies.
It's just
all ass niggas can't get on here
at all.
J-Mac,
they the
homies. That's why they on the dub. That's why they on the dub.
That's where Courtney Allen from. Like Dallas making a lot of this shit pop around because now what happened is we letting y'all borrow what we made in Dallas.
That's why I said in the summer they was gonna go from 2 wins to 10 wins, not because of nothing other than the fact that you was getting somebody who could handle the kids and the community.
You talking about Horn?
I wasn't even talking about coaching.
Yeah.
You talking about Horn?
Yeah.
Yeah. Horn, I'm talking about you go back to when he was at North Crowley.
Yeah.
Like he cut off a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And let me talk about, because people, my boys are saying, oh, we were from 2 to 7 to 7 to 2. And the fact is, it's the same thing that happened with Mesquite. People forgot last year, the year before Mesquite, they were 2 and 7.
Yep.
Then they went 7 to 2 when Coach Harris came in and did the same thing Horn doing.
Yeah. It's
these
black
kids
representation.
love these coaches and they relate. And it's gonna spread. I'm on the internet. Fuck it, I don't care damn. It's gonna spread to Coach and West Mesquite. The same thing. Shit, both of them got beat by almost damn 70 points. These coaches need to relate to these kids, and the AD is kind of seeing that, man, because and y'all know, and I won't say anything, but a lot of Mesquite kids were going out to these powerhouses, and because they weren't getting recruited here in Mesquite, but now they relate. Now, Coach, I'm just saying, if you take Sock out of DISD, I don't know if you jumped on me or BJ, but
I'm just speaking in general.
No, I got you.
AT jumped on you.
But I'm just, and you dead on it, Coach. You dead on it. What y'all doing? And Coach Todd and Coach Todd, this was a couple years ago, he was all up on Facebook holding his own, talking about these people. And I love that. People was like, and he was going back and forth. I was like, damn, Coach Todd going back and forth with people. Shit. Who would want to play for him? Who wouldn't want to play for this coach defending his kids? That's all I'm saying. So
yeah, that could be my thing. In a little while, Allen gonna want some of that skin tone.
No, they already have.
That's
why they put out them feelers.
It's a lot of community. It's a lot of community. Nobody can get in, and then that's what you're seeing.
It go back to what the same thing you saying happened at Mesquite and happened at Horn. Now you looking at it has happened at Lovejoy and McKinney. So now Allen is trying to fight it by getting something like it. That's what that was about, because they was losing kids for the same thing, representation. Who cares about the kids who fighting for the kids?
Shout out to BJ who can't walk outside with that do-rag on without getting pulled over.
We ain't even saying losing. We ain't saying losing just Allen kids. Ain't.
But Allen lost kids because of coaching. They weren't playing certain kids because of the administration. So these kids like, hell, damn that, I'm gonna go across the street and go to Lovejoy.
Mm-hmm.
So look at Lovejoy compared to Allen. BJ, who would win out of Lovejoy and Allen right now?
Lovejoy. but you gotta understand. But you gotta understand.
Hold on, wait a minute. BJ, I got one question. You're saying Lovejoy would beat Allen right now?
Lovejoy offense, bro, is
But
unreal.
North Crowley beat Lovejoy.
I mean, it's football. Hell.
It's football. I mean, Bama lost to Tennessee, but that don't mean Bama gonna lose to Georgia you don't know. It's football. It's Friday night.
Not Bama.
It's Friday night. But if we're talking, but at the end of it, like a lot of the kids from Allen did go to Lovejoy during COVID. It was where you could transfer into Lovejoy. Lovejoy is landlocked. It's a whole different deal at Lovejoy. They have no apartment complexes over there. You know what I'm saying? No town. It's land over there. So you have to pay, even though it's public schools, you still have to pay. If you live in the outside to be able to transfer there, you have to pay tuition. You get what I'm saying? So that's a whole different ball game. What happened that I seen Sock do is I've been in the select world and have the select organization all the way. So I was there when Kiva and Toya first started What Your Heart Be Like. You know what I'm saying? And seeing how they grow. What I can say, what I seen Sock do, what I haven't seen a lot of these coaches do is be involved with heavily in the youth community. It's not like that up here. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all's presence, when y'all are out there and y'all are at this game and this, and then y'all have the coaches deal that y'all put together and the youth camp and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They not doing that out here. So when these
everybody else was charging for camps before that.
Yeah, so when these kids see y'all and they start building these relationships with y'all, however we can say whatever we want, however it is, but now in today's, these kids and these parents, I'm gonna say that parents are gonna move and they gonna go to wherever they see fit for their kids, better opportunity. You know what I'm saying? That's not just, I mean, that's if whether they moving in here to come to Allen or they moving from Allen to go play at Louisville High School. You know what I'm saying? So it's I totally get it. I mean, I tip my hat off to y'all for what y'all doing and getting out, especially involved in the youth, because it start there. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these coaches, they just not gonna take the time to do that.
Okay, BJ, can the Dub get a shout out? Cause y'all ain't even gonna be giving everybody else. I mean, I love what your heart be like.
Yeah.
Can the Dub get some love?
No doubt. For sure.
Coach Eastside, can the Dub get some love?
Yeah, the Dub.
I just need a shirt.
Like, but this is another point of mine. Wasn't Coach Fleener from Allen?
Yeah.
Why he wasn't successful at Mesquite?
He was. They went to the playoffs his first couple of years. They went to playoffs, and that's a whole nother story, Coach. And I'm not going to talk about it on here, but that's a whole nother story. He went to the playoffs. He got the second round of playoffs.
But what was his record this last year?
2-7.
And then got a brand new job at 40. Like, come on, man. Man, Kyler Murray done made some lot of goddamn money. Like, come on, man. Like we got to be real on this now.
But then y'all,
we real on Sunday nights, Coach.
Y'all don't ever talk about the year that we beat Duncanville and we still won state when Kyler Murray was out here.
Yeah, but it was leftovers.
Coach talking about something else.
It was leftovers.
Coach talking about totally something else.
Who that? Alan Morris? Who that? Morris? BJ?
Nah, Morris was before Kyler Murray.
No, you talking about, was that the year after Kyler or the year?
No,
2 years after.
2 years. That's back when you had Grant Tisdale, Theo Weiss.
Oh, Tisdale.
You had when you had all of them.
Yeah, that was the last title, right?
Coach Todd talking about something else though.
Yeah. I'm telling you,
He ain't talking about wins and all that. He talking about something else, and I know exactly what he's talking about.
And what I'm saying is, I hate like how they keep getting to get multiple gigs and be always planning their escape route and don't even capitalize really where they at and build where they at up to par.
Coach, that's everywhere though. That's everywhere. You know what it is, Coach. You know that's everywhere.
Like Coach Kane.
And hold on, BJ. That's just like I'm gonna talk about Horn coach before Coach Allen. He's what you want to call a Mesquite legend. He played at Mesquite, so he got the Horn job. But can't coach a lick. Couldn't coach a lick. And the same talent that Allen had was there before. Same talent was there. Them my boys. They're the same talent. But it's a little bit of coaching, but a lot of buy-in. My kids, they didn't want to play for that coach last year. And he only had a job because he's from Mesquite. He's a Mesquite legend. That's why he had that job at home, but he couldn't coach. But that goes back to how they doing that, Coach. I just told you how they doing that. But Coach Cody Groves is seeing the light. Started with Coach Harris, now Coach Allen. They got successful programs, So you got to know your audience.
I think I agree, but I would rephrase it. I don't even think it's seeing the light. I think we are now in a position in a lot of these areas where we got to be managed, and they can't do it anymore. So now you have to, because you was around the Horn program before with Hudler. You know how that relationship was with those parents. I ain't coached Mesquite in 8 years, and I knew all about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You had to hire a black coach. It wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts. He didn't even have to agree with it. You had to. Yeah. Because you cannot risk dealing with the same situation.
My man Matt Stepp, y'all know everybody respects Stepp now. Stepp said he was the second choice at Horn. Mesquite originally offered that job to Kendall Middle, who I thought that would be a mistake. And he turned it down because the principal wouldn't let him go. Okay. So we got the good on that. Shout out to Coach Allen, my guy. Who Coach Todd got to beat his record.
No. J-Mac. Matt talking about Hudler. Hudler was the second option because he was on staff because Kendall Miller held it and turned it down late. So they hired on staff. Allen was after that guy. That's the guy. When he talking about he was second choice, that's the cat we talking about that had the job before.
Okay. I got you.
But that's what's going on in a lot of these. It's the management piece. They trying to find guys, preferably black guys, that can manage our community because our community is a whole lot more demanding now.
Right.
In these areas where they used to just be happy to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now is we here, you're gonna do it our way. You know what I mean? And so I think that part plays a lot into it.
You have to.
All right, I feel that. So hey, you got a little insight on this, Coach Todd, on this big game with DeSoto and Duncanville?
Hey man, he
Friday?
coming on Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm coming on Wednesday. I'm coming on with facts. I ain't coming on with no speculation.
Oh, so you don't want to get no hints about it?
Nah, I mean, I ain't got a hint. Somebody with a D gonna win in their first name.
Okay. Hey, I'm with that. Tell Swagger he needs to get on that list because he bird turd.
I just don't go around with no cherry picker just picking shit.
No, we're gonna pick good games because
you know what, Coach Todd? Coach Todd, I feel like
out.
I feel like you've been listening to your D coordinator. Coach Ward been out here with this foolishness, Coach Todd. Don't listen to Coach Ward.
We got a picking list and we
gonna have you thinking everybody around here cherry picking. And you know what, Coach? We want you to go last, Coach Todd.
Now Matt go last.
Hey, you know what? For this week only, I'm gonna let J-Mac do the list.
Thank you. Let me do it.
Man, where y'all gonna get?
And let me pick who pick first and last and all that.
Nah, we already.
Don't let Jeremy do it because Jeremy gonna position himself to where he gonna be able to pick his picks.
Hey, y'all gotta understand. If y'all watch me, I don't always agree with Matt.
You don't.
I don't always agree with Matt.
Did you just cut Cal off?
No, Cal probably, I don't know. He might be.
No, J-Mac, you doing a whole list. You doing a whole top 10. You picking the games.
I'm gonna pick the game. Okay, well I'll send the list out tomorrow. Coach Todd, check the inbox tomorrow. I'm sending. I'm letting everybody know.
Coach Eastside, did you hear what Coach Todd said about them DISD teams? DeSoto, Duncanville.
I mean, that's true though, Willow. What you talking about though? Really, DISD teams now are DeSoto, Duncanville, Cedar Hill, Lancaster. It's all a part of the migration.
It's Southern Sector, right, Coach?
Yeah. You know how people get a little money, they move across the street.
Hey, Coach, they ain't talking about them. They talking about damn Brian Adams and all them up. They ain't talking about them.
We're not gonna let you talk
Woodrow Wilson,
W.T.
White.
We done told you.
You talking about?
We done told you, Eastside. Eastside, you got to start wearing long sleeves here. Because right now you want to thug it out, Eastside. Cuff them guns up. Cuff them up, Eastside, and come in peace.
I'm gonna let y'all make it. My pops.
No, don't let us make it. Hey, man, I love this. Hey, Coach Eastside, you my favorite right now. Keep bringing the heat, baby. Keep bringing that heat, because I love it. Because one thing you know about J-Mac, J-Mac stay with the shit.
I'm trying to get y'all fan base up, man.
Hey, we good. The people that's gonna love us. We ain't tripping.
Nah, y'all, we gotta do better, dog. We gotta do better.
Understand? We ain't never tripping over here. The ones that love us gonna love us. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing no tripping.
Hey, so Eastside, what is it that you wanted to ask Coach Todd that you was asking me earlier?
Yeah, I can't remember now.
You got what you say?
I can't remember what I was gonna ask him. I don't know. No,
you said.
Hey,
you don't want to ask him what you said you wanted to ask him?
Can I ask Coach Todd a question? Can I ask Coach Todd a question? Coach, did you got an opinion on the Dallas Morning News polls that came out?
I mean, you know how it is. It's all gonna be, up for grab. You know, I don't even know the people who vote for him. So I mean, it don't be no big deal.
So, well, we ain't gonna talk about 5A. Where you at? Can I get your opinion on 6A?
Yeah. Let me pull it up on my laptop.
No, you ain't got to just look at the screen, Coach. I got you right here.
I'm on my phone, so I gotta see it. I gotta see it in big picture.
Oh, Coach, y'all give my coach some glasses, man. Y'all tripping.
I mean, who they got number one?
Number one, they got Den Guy. I read it to you, Coach.
I right now with that quarterback play where it's at right now, I can see Den Ryan being number one.
Den Guy.
Yeah, Den Guy. Yeah.
They got Duncanville number 2.
I agree.
They got South Lake number 3.
I can see that.
Okay, they got DeSoto number 4.
I can see that.
They got TC Byron Nelson number 5.
I don't know nothing about them, so I can't even tell you no story.
I just know they undefeated.
They'll come down.
You might want to do your research on that, Coach, because they play South Lake next week.
Yeah,
this week.
week.
Yeah, this week.
Okay.
They got Highland Park number 6.
I mean, based on it being Highland Park, I see why they rank where they at. I don't know about the TC Byron Nelson though, but I go with Highland Park.
But you're gonna let us know Wednesday though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 7, they got Prosper.
Yeah, with Prosper beating Allen, Prosper 7-1. I'm not sure who they won lost to, but Prosper been a team for the last couple of years.
They won lost is just to Geyer.
Okay, yeah, the guy. Yeah, if they lost the guy, they've
been
like
to the regional finals 2 years in a row, I think, too, and lost the guy both years in the regional final.
Oh yeah. Prosper where they need to be, if not higher. I think Prosper should be
over Byron Nelson.
Prosper should be pushing up to number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So they got Allen number 8.
The problem, Allen ain't too far off. The problem I got with Allen is the way they lost the guy.
They got the ass whooped, right?
Yeah. I never thought it was. I didn't think it would be to that degree.
Yeah, because they look worthless. I mean, Langston lost worse. I mean, better.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, J Mac, you always got a lot of the extra when you get to number 8.
I'm just saying, man.
You be flowing through, then it gets to number 8, and you
I think that loss should have probably pushed him.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I mean, I just don't think they should be number 8 because I just think they're a worthless ass team.
So
they got Arlington Martin number 9.
They won losses to Allen.
I ain't never really too. I think Arlington Martin do some good stuff and play some good ball, but I could drop them down some.
Okay, number 10 they got Rockwall.
Now Rockwall didn't put that ball in the end zone, but it's gonna come down them playing defense. I could possibly, if you're trying to bump North Crowley, I could see North Crowley probably bumping in at number 8.
We ain't even got to them yet.
I would bump North Crowley up to number 8.
Hey,
okay, we got Louisville.
North Crowley beat the shit out of Rockwall.
Yeah, they would. I promise you, North Crowley would run up and down the field with them. But number 11,
you said they would. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they would.
They would. Hey, don't make me say it, Coach Ward, because you know I've been drinking.
No. I was just trying to clarify what he said. I couldn't hear it.
You know it'll come out.
It get real sensitive about. I love Gates too. It get real sensitive.
You know that's my team now. You know
you say anything about North Crowley, you been ready to fight.
Hey, North Crowley. Hey, even Sock, Duncanville. You know they're my teams now.
So what number you on now?
I'm on number 11. They got Louisville, Coach.
I remember we played them at 7-on-7. I think they about in the range where they need to be. I think them McKinney is where they need to be. I think Waxahachie too close to them though.
Oh, we finna get there. They got McKinney 12.
I think McKinney is in that 10 to 15 range right there. I think they're in the right range.
So, Coach, they got Waxahachie 13. Now, given they only 2 losses are to the number 2 and number 14. Is that legit though to be at 13?
I mean, if you look at it from this standpoint right here, if you go, like North Crowley done grew up since last year. but they played DeSoto last year, and I think it got a little ugly. I'm not sure what the final score was, and I know they scrimmaged Duncanville, and they say it got called early. So maybe these sports writers are still thinking about, hey, well, they did play them last year, and they didn't do too hot versus them two teams neither. The two teams that Wasatch, lost to. I mean, maybe that's they thinking. I don't know, but it's a new year. I think North Crowder should be above Wasatch.
And they got, speaking of North Crowder, they got him at 14.
Yeah, I said North Crowder need to be like number 8 to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can go with that.
In the top 10.
Yeah, I think they should be for sure in the top 10. Yeah,
because they did beat the shit out of Allen in the scrimmage. But we ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it. We ain't gonna talk about it, BJ. Okay, we got 15. They got Jessamine.
I ain't played Jessamine them in a long time, but I dropped them down some.
They 6-2, coach.
Man, I don't care.
Okay, now at 16 they got an 8-0 Wiley East. Who our man Coach Eastside compared Wiley East District to DISD, but they 8-0 and they 16.
I mean, I think they need to be in the 16 to 20 range. I think that's right.
You think that's good at 16 at 8-0, coach?
Yeah, because man, look at these other teams up here, man. Like, goddamn. Like,
okay, coach. Okay, they got Capel. They got the homie at the coach. I didn't even know this coach came from the hood.
Yeah. He went to Samuel.
Yeah, went to Samuel from
he doing a good job out there. But I hadn't watched Capel. But I think they find where they at. I mean, who was Horn 2 losses to?
Horn, they got them. They lost to
Rockwall. They lost to Rockwall and
Arlington.
The great Simi, the great Sam Simi.
Okay, well, I think Horn in the right place between 15 and 20. I think they coming up at the right time.
So they got Mansfield, who lost 2 games at 18.
Yeah, who they lost to?
They lost to Duncanville and
they lost to
Friday. Yeah, how bad they lose to Waxahachie?
They lost by 14, I believe.
Yeah, they lost pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that loss, they should be. If they lose again, they need to be on out to top.
Oh,
yeah.
Who y'all talking about?
They got to play DeSoto.
Mansfield.
No, they lost 31-20.
31-20.
Yeah, well, that ain't bad. I mean, they still probably a top 20 team.
And they got Keller. Keller got 2 losses. Keller got 2 losses at 19, Coach. What you think?
I don't really know what their district is or who they play.
Keller lost to
South Lake Curl by 2 points.
Oh,
and
damn.
But they got blown out by Byron Nelson.
Damn. Well, Byron Nelson played. Yeah, when Byron Nelson played South Lake.
This week.
Oh, so you going to find out if Byron Nelson real or not?
This week. Hey, what I say, J man? I told you that's why I can see them there.
Hey, I said that, and I can't wait. Hey, man, I can't wait for Coach Todd to come back Wednesday and break down, because everybody in the chat, Coach, they want to know your thoughts on Duncanville DeSoto. But don't worry,
man, I got a whole write up. I did it last week. like I already presented some of my stuff to Warren them.
Hey, just to go back on that mask.
Hey, J-Mac, that's why I couldn't, when y'all asked me, I couldn't say a lot because Todd done already talked through the game. So I would have been saying a lot of the stuff he probably going to say because he done already talked through it.
Yeah. Oh, I know it. And I can't wait, dog. I'm telling you, Wednesday can't get here fast enough. I promise you.
Hey, J-Mac, just go back on that Mansfield thing. Whoever said the score, it was 31-3 going into the fourth quarter. So
Mansfield need to get out that top 20 then.
Yeah, it was 31-3 going into the fourth quarter.
We appreciate that info. That's important info that's normally missing.
Oh yeah, you know, Coach Eastside.
31-10. I'm sorry, 31-10.
J-Mac, I gotta go. J-Mac, I gotta go back to. I ain't gonna rant, but I gotta go back. See, that stuff y'all don't be factoring in on some of these losses too.
What?
When a team stretches it out late. You see what I'm saying? Like those things matter when you talking about the rankings and all of that.
I was
When
following
you
that
say, when
game.
you say a team stretches it out, what do you mean?
Well, since we're talking about that now, I
I'm
also
saying a team blowing the lead.
No. I'm going to tell you, Coach Ward. Since you talk about that, I also looked at the box score for that game, and Mansfield had Waxahachie beat on everything but the turnover.
Yeah, that's championship football, though.
Well, I'm just saying
that's what makes you a bad team.
They had them beat on everything but the turnovers.
Cause case in point, if you let's flip this game around, let's change the school names, same names, right? And you say make it Pinkston and Carter. Will would be ranting about watching bad football because of all them turnovers, and the team should have won the game.
Yeah, that's his favorite word, bad football.
He would be, that I ain't being funny. That's what would happen. So that's what makes them not worthy. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Making those
5 turnovers in that game. 5 turnovers in that game.
Yeah.
Who's y'all? What team y'all talking about?
Mansfield and Waxahachie. Mansfield won. In the box score, they led a lot of the categories, but they turned it over 5 times.
Yeah, they won it. Oh. Really, they won everything but the turnover.
All right, so
and that's what
that goes back
football.
to. But that's a bad football game. So like let's look at it like this. Let's look at because I was watching the Clemson and Syracuse game. Okay, they pulled up both the stats of the quarterbacks. The freshman that came in that led them back, and the starter who was there. The starter was responsible for more yards, but he had 4 turnovers and was only able to muster up 10 points. The freshman came in, almost same kind of stat line half the time, but no turnovers and 17 points. So at the end of the day, when they asked what was the difference between the two, and we have no quarterback controversy, and they comparatively speaking to him, I'm always going to take a quarterback that don't turn the ball over and score points.
Right.
Period.
By the way, shout out to K Kaepernick, Austin Westlake product.
So when you look at
for sure,
but when you look at it, but when you look at Mansfield, it's the same thing. Man, if you turn this is how I looked at Mansfield. And this is how I look at Waxahachie. Waxahachie only lost to DeSoto and Duncanville. That's all their losses are to. So they got blew out by DeSoto. Duncanville, they played with them a little bit, but then Duncanville took off on them. They was gonna beat Mansfield, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we could talk about Mansfield, but if you're a good team and you think you're a team that is to be spoken as a highly competitive team, you can't go into that Duncanville game and get blew out. You can't. Because nobody's gonna take you serious.
What was the Duncanville Mansfield score?
It was ridiculous.
38-3. 38-3.
And what was the Waxahachie Duncanville score?
That was close.
What was it?
They pulled off late, right?
The final was like 31-7 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but they pulled off late. They pulled off like
that game pulled off in the fourth quarter.
Cause Waxahachie was actually leading at halftime.
So what I'm saying is, to me, and again, and based on that, Ward, that's why you can even look at those two teams and realize that they was that much evenly matched. Was a Waxahachie and a Mansfield.
Yeah.
So when you say you look at Mansfield, those turnovers, that's bad football. You know you can't win no game. I don't care, dude. We played. I'm this guy's honest truth. We played Townsend one year. We held him to 75 yards of total offense and lost 10-0.
Turnovers. Got to.
Hey, Jim, Matt, just say one thing. Go ahead, Coach Carl.
No, you good, baby.
No, I'm just
that muscle scared me.
Hey, I'm old.
Hey, Coach Eastside like 51, so them old muscles.
I'm gonna show what I got. I'm old. I'm gonna show what I got. Hey, just know that when Byron Nelson beats Southlake, they'll move up in the rankings. Yeah, people don't understand. Southlake lost their starting quarterback. People don't. Kate Anderson out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, he
Okay, so
gone.
he's gone. So
They still got Owen though.
man, Owen ain't been doing nothing this year. And believe me,
Yeah,
Byron
yeah.
Nelson defense is legit. Byron Nelson defense is legit. So
Hey, somebody in the chat said something about Byron Nelson in the lines with Argyle or something. It might have been it might have been Matt. It don't say the name on the thing that I'm looking at. It said they've been coming. The line cut between them and Argyle, same kids, just where they are. So yeah, they sharing kids with Argyle.
Nah, that wasn't Matt, but somebody smoking. Go ahead.
So
God damn,
I'm
Swaggy.
kind of far away from them.
Why they
Byron
smoking?
Nelson and South Lake right next to each other. I don't know.
They
About
gave
that.
you a fun fact, and you said they
Because
smoking.
Byron Nelson and Argyle is nowhere close to each other.
Nowhere close. Yeah,
Byron
that's
Nelson
the
and
question.
South Lake
Nowhere.
are two each other.
Nowhere
Yeah,
close.
Byron Nelson and South Lake.
But Byron Nelson on the cool though, man. Byron Nelson has slowly but surely been making their way, been becoming relevant, man. Like
They have
literally
the
over
Supposedly
the
they got
years,
some big time
they're a
quarterbacks.
new school. They're a
Byron
new school.
Nelson.
Like they're probably what, 5 years old?
No. Byron Nelson been around for a minute.
They only been relevant about 5 years.
Byron Nelson been around
not
for
with
a
this,
minute.
not with this new coach.
No, he been new coach. I don't know, but the school been around for a minute though. But and you got if you go back to 707 this summer, Byron Nelson lost to DeSoto on a controversial call. On Byron Nelson's side, it's controversial, but DeSoto won and beat them to go to the finals. But they got the number one quarterback in 6A.
Yeah, they got that big time.
Jake Wilson, he's
number 2.
Quarterback in 6A. No, huh?
I think
Byron Nelson almost beat Den Geyer last year in the playoffs.
Yeah. He behind Den Geyer's quarterback.
Now,
ain't
one thing I will say, we got to give
Byron
the
Nelson.
Northwest. We got to give the Northwest credit because they got quarterbacks everywhere, dude. I mean, South Lake on their second string quarterback. This dude like 6'6", 215, sophomore. He throwing the ball everywhere. Byron Nelson got a big time quarterback.
Well,
dude,
you know,
the quarterbacks out there,
and a lot of them is
and he on that Barry Bonds too. Go ahead.
I want to know. This will probably be another topic. This will probably be another a time for another discussion. But I want to know what y'all feel on all these hellback kids. You know what I'm saying? Because South Lake Carroll, Byron Nelson, all of them, they Highland Park, they king of that.
I wish I held mine back. Hey, BJ, I wish I held mine back.
I wish I would have held mine back too. But that's allegedly. But we can ask the coaches why they're here.
Hey,
what's
that? Coach Todd, what you think about the hellback kids?
I think the difference it's a different two things. I think it's a difference between hellback and flunked. As far as in our community, sometimes our holdbacks are not apparent
purposely.
It's a grade decision. They didn't pass. So now when you start talking about holding kids back, it depends on when it get done. By the UIL rules, if you are held back once you enter middle school, you're supposed to use a year of eligibility at the high school ranks. So if you get held back in 7th grade, then that means that you're only supposed to have 3 years to compete when you get to high school. You don't have 4 years, you only got 3. Somebody hold you back twice, you lose another year. So I think the key thing is, I think with some of these people that got, like I said, the economics, they understand the rule and they do it long before the kid, they know if the kid gonna truly be a stud or not. They do it like in the elementary school level, may transition them to a private school 1 year and then bring him back to public school. And he like, damn, I used to be in class with them, but now I'm a class behind them. So, you know, it just depends. I think in our community, a lot of holdbacks are kids that failed previously. More so than it was a parent decision to hold them back based on athletics. I mean, because I remember I went to school with a guy in middle school, and we was in the same grade. And next thing I know, somehow he graduated a year after me. And next time I looked up here, he was signed D1 at Arkansas. And that was the first person I knew, and I was like, damn, I didn't realize how that happened, but it did. So, you know, I think if you got money, you hold back. If you don't got money, you flunk.
Just that simple.
Hey, Coach Carr, Mark said that Byron Nelson opened 2009.
Okay. Well, I knew it was a relative. I could be 5 years, but I knew it was a new school.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
think
I'm
that coach
saying?
ain't been there that long either. So
Because I remember meeting that head coach there, and talking to him, sharp dude, black dude, real good brother, man.
well,
And
there's
he
a
was
white
telling me
dude
about
there
the
now.
program.
There ain't no
Huh?
black dude there now. It's a white
Well,
dude.
yeah. So then that was okay. So yeah. So that's how long ago that was, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach Eastside. Yep.
Hey man, my man name is Sean Twix Edwards,
That's Coach Eastside.
but we
That's
call him Coach Eastside. He Coach Eastside on the dub. He Coach
I'm
Eastside.
good.
And that's Fair Eastside.
I think the coach, as a matter of fact, is Pride. Yeah, Coach Pride, and he came from South Lake. He was at South Lake, the head coach of Byron Nelson. So, yeah.
So I got a question, Coach Eastside. How far can Horn go in the playoffs?
I gotta look at the lineup. I can tell you. I'll tell you.
We know they probably go. They more likely they go see Wiley's first round, who undefeated, who you said ain't played nobody.
Right. And then,
so they go to D1. They go on D1.
Say we went last year, it's gonna be hard. Shit, we played Saxon, and then we played Duncanville right after that. So
you said they going D1.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think of who they will match up with.
They probably gonna see Duncanville, DeSoto.
They go to Duncanville. That's how I went last year. DeSoto, Duncanville.
So they'll play Waxahachie first round.
They could, yeah.
Yeah, that's the matchup. I can tell you that now.
Oh, yeah.
Who will?
Horn.
That'd be a good game.
Horn go down.
Horn going D1.
Horn play somebody in the Garland district first round.
Yeah, they gonna play Wiley East, but they gonna be
probably play Wiley East first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Rockwall will go up.
Yeah,
Rockwall will win. They're gonna be first.
Okay, I thought Horn was going Division 2.
Now Horn going D1 according to Matt Stepp. Now that's according to Matt Stepp.
That's the man.
So if he tell me Horn going D1, then that's what I believe.
Hey, J Mac, who said Horn gonna see Duncanville round 2?
That's what I think. And if they reach Duncanville round 2, then
it'd be the same fate we got. It'd be the same fate we got last year.
Yeah. Coach Allen, Coach Rowe, we'll be at Mickey's on Friday. Don't worry about it.
Couldn't get off that field quick enough.
Now, do you consider that a success? Do you consider that a season a success? Considering they come
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
That's going from 2 wins to 10 wins. He'll be a candidate.
So basically, what we saying
I gotta ask Coach Ward, because if I post tomorrow on our group, if I post shout out to Horn, they rank number 20. They only got 2 losses. They doing this and that. You know what they gonna say at the end of the day? Oh, they got beat up by Duncanville.
It don't matter. They haven't been to playoffs in so long, and they've been bad for so long. They're already successful. They made the playoffs, so it's already whether they beat Wiley East or not. It's still those kids, and I'm speaking from the heart. Those are my boys since 5th grade. They get to play in November, and as a parent, as a coach, whatever. A lot of times, that's all you ask for to get to experience that playoff feeling. They done because it could have been totally opposite shit. They could have been done like last year. Hell, their last week of the season was a bye week. They were done 2 weeks before the regular season was in last year. So yeah, it's a success for them. And to go 2-7 to 7-2, yeah.
That's my vote for early coach of the year right there, though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And J-Mac, a lot of those people that say that they holding that it's always a higher standard.
Well, I mean, a lot of people that say that is just some HANs. I'm just saying, but they some HANs and ones that saying it. But my
coach of the year is Coach Gates.
Who?
Coach Gates.
I was just going to say that Coach Gates, my coach of the year.
How many games did they win last year? I know they went to the playoffs. They went to the second round.
North Crowley?
Yeah, I know they didn't win district last year.
They didn't win district last year, and they went out in the first round.
No, it was second round. They won the playoff
second round.
So
What-
I
what-
guess this what I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask y'all this, and it's cool that we talking about these two cats. If North Crowley loses third round and Horn loses second round, but go from 2 wins to 9 or 10 wins, who should be coach of the year? They only went one round further.
I mean, who did more with what though?
That's what I'm saying.
And that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I would think Allen would probably be coach of the year.
Who'd you say, coach?
I say Courtney Allen.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because he did more than win games. He had to turn the whole program around and have them kids buy in.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what I'm
Coach,
saying?
And then his biggest games that he had to coach in this year, he had to do it from the press box. You know what I'm saying? So not only did you have to coach your team, but you had to coach your coaches to even be in a position to be able to handle everything that's going on.
So instead
you know
of
what I
coach of the
mean?
year, he's
So
staff of the year.
yeah. So I just think what he was able to do, and for his staff and his players to be on the same page, and like you say, man, again, you go from 2 wins to 7 wins to clinching the playoff berth. And I don't know where that guy don't be mentioned as coach of the year.
Yeah.
Like that's impressive. You know
And
what
like
I'm
I
saying?
said, Coach Harris did the same thing last year. Mesquite was by district champions, so he did the exact same thing. Had them kids buy in to that program. That's a lot, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he done a hell of a job, and I think the best thing with him was that he didn't get Skyline job.
Yeah,
you ain't lying.
Yeah,
Shout out to my man,
you
Coach
right about
Tony.
that. You right about that.
That was a blessing.
That's a train
Hey,
wreck.
real quick, fellas. What time y'all be on here on Wednesdays?
9 o'clock.
Oh, 9.
You're not invited though, Coach Northside.
Okay. No, I'm on here.
Hey, now, can I give my opinion? Can I give my opinion? Because I still got to go with Coach Gates as coach of the year. And for the simple fact is, I saw North Crowley last year. They were soft as hell. This a whole different team that I'm seeing this year. I'm just being eyes, put my 4 eyes, these 2 plus the glasses, saw North Crowley in person last year. And I'm telling you, it was nothing like what we saw this year.
No,
You
but I
missed
think
what
you
Coach
gotta
Boyd
go.
said,
You got to go. First of all, you got to say they scrimmaged Duncanville last year.
I saw the DeSoto game too.
No, but so that's what I'm saying. You still haven't seen them this year play a team of those standards yet to determine what you're saying based on last year.
Okay.
Like, and then what people don't realize is playing them games last year made them kids tougher this year. I remember plenty of games where we done went and got our head beat in that we didn't feel the effect of it in a good way until a year or 2 later. So if they never play DeSoto and Duncanville last year in the scrimmage and in the regular season game, they may not be as good as they are right now.
And I need you to give a shout out to Byron Hudson and tell him to tune in Wednesday for your prediction.
Hey, man, I'm going to tell you a story about Byron Hudson. I was coach on the other side when he walked out the stadium in tears. So he know he can't get on and then we went to Buddy's and bought some Spat the next day.
Damn.
So in other words, tell them to stay at this place.
Yeah. You know, Byron, he always poking fun. It is good fun, but man, I ain't worried about no Byron Hudson, man. You know how they are, man. You know, some of them people, they believe and they believe, boy. They believe is strong as hell.
Coach, I'm gonna be honest. I've been around. I've been around longer than 2016, since that's the last time they actually beat Duncanville. But I've been around longer than that, and you know they peek out. They peek their head out every year when they feeling good, and then you know miraculously after that meeting. You don't have to worry about Byron. You don't have to worry about Lamont. You ain't got to worry about Ronald. You ain't got to worry about none of them. They're gonna disappear.
Nah, I think they're gonna be here to stay. You know, like one thing I can say, they consistently they gonna let it be known. Now, I mean, I ain't got no problem with it. I don't hate the school or the community.
No, this is shit talking.
Yeah, you know, like it just fun with me. But every time Byron Hustle say something to me, I just say, man, I remember goddamn SMU Stadium.
Oh, you talking about when Mike Davis went off?
Yeah. When they put the #1 cornerback in the state of Texas on him, man, oh man, and next thing I know, he was playing Twister.
You ain't lying. He ate him up for 5. What was it? 5 TDs?
Nah, it was 4 in the first half.
4 in the first half.
I remember that.
Yeah, Mike Davis tore his ass up.
Yeah, dog.
Hey, I got a question for y'all. Now that y'all say that, best wideout y'all have seen in high school. Now I ain't talking about what they did in the league in high school.
In high school,
Jackson Smith, Ajigma.
Okay.
Hands down.
I ain't
I
gonna
agree with that.
Hands down.
That Duncanville game killed him for me.
Yeah,
not killed.
He got shut down by Duncanville.
Hey, but he told Allen ass apart.
Yeah.
But then he got shut down. I can't go with that.
Because I saw DeMarcus Lodge.
Coach Warren stole my guy
against DeSoto. Because the people like, oh, they were playing 2-man. I saw Lodge go for 300 yards versus 2-man against DeSoto. I saw Lodge go to Wildcat and win a state championship as a wideout.
Better yet than Ward, I saw DeMarcus Lodge eat up an NFL player on his second contract.
3 in the first half.
Ate
He
his
hit
ass.
Jamal Adams for 3 in the first half. I remember that.
Man, I was at that game. He ate his ass because they had the nerve to put Adams on him 1-on-1. And he ate his ass alive.
Who you got, Will?
Andre Patterson.
Oh, you took it back.
He took it way back.
Who you got, Tom?
With Will saying that, I think he's the best guy I've ever seen that's supposed to catch a ball in high school in my life.
Yeah,
he was good for a tight end.
He really was the one person that in my lifetime that I would say is not a better guy than him ever created in high school.
He was good.
I can't say that about a lot of other positions.
Yeah, like to me, he was the only person that I've ever seen that probably could have went straight to the pros out of high school. He had the size.
You ain't the first person I've heard say that, Will.
He had the size. He had the speed.
6'4", 6'5", 250 in high school.
Yeah.
And you can single him up out wide. I remember the Yates game. I remember, I mean, he had 30 catches for 1,000 yards. That pretty much sums it up.
I got a good one for y'all.
I put you like this. Steve McNair said that was the best receiver he ever had. And then I seen that boy still get NFL draft. Matter of fact, the Carolina Panthers wanted to go work him out. And he still only played maybe a year at Alcorn.
Yeah, he only played 1 year. Remember, then he transferred to Texas Tech. And I never heard of him again.
Yep. And then because he was the #1 tight end, and #2 was Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah, like Andre Patterson was by far the most dominant physical specimen that can play tight end and wide receiver I've ever seen in my life.
And I did not see that in Patterson because
I got a good one for y'all.
Hey man,
I got a damn good one for y'all. Man. The best dual threat quarterback you ever seen.
Dez White.
Okay, who you got, J Mac?
I mean, shit, it's Kyler Murray. Hell.
Who you got, Kyle?
I don't think Kyler Murray was. I think he did run, but I think Dez White ran a little more dual threadish.
Well, you know what? I take that a lot back. I'm gonna go with Greg Ward because I was a big Greg Ward fan. I really was.
I'm gonna go with a cat that I as a kid, he was an enemy to my uncle now, but he was my hero. Marcus Stiggers, Lake College.
I was just about to say Marcus Stiggers. I was gonna go.
I got one.
You said dual threat. That was an option quarterback.
Yeah.
Well, I got one who's a dual threat. And to me, he might go down as one of the best quarterbacks that don't nobody ever talk about, but PJ McNeil.
No, PJ.
Oh yes, Roosevelt. Yes.
I thought he was a better safety.
Like to me, he was one of the best quarterbacks to ever come out of the city.
I
And
thought
he
he was
won
better
state.
safety.
Call the
I ain't
whole
gonna
game
lie. I
by
thought he was a
himself,
better safety
Basketball.
than
pointing to
quarterback.
people.
Not basketball.
Huh? What'd you say, Todd?
I said I saw him call the whole game against Gilmer, pointing out routes like they were playing the goddamn Keith Parker or some shit.
Yes,
Yeah, I was in the stands that game.
yes,
So
I was there, Todd. I remember that.
Like that's the first person in my life that I saw that the coach had no control over what the offense did.
Yeah,
He
PJ.
flipped to the sideline.
That was my boy.
That shit was embarrassing.
hey,
Well,
Gilmer,
but look, Todd,
they
though,
robbed him too that game.
yeah, they robbed him. They should have won that Gilmer game, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
but
remember
to
that
me,
game.
I thought he was that dude though, man. Like he's like I love PJ, man. I thought he was one of the best football players I ever seen.
Ty, you was a linebacker, right?
Yeah.
So who the best linebacker you ever seen to coach?
The best linebacker I ever seen. If I'm gonna stay in the area to recruit Taylor Young,
That's mine.
his senior year.
Is that
Hey,
yours?
real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick on the quarterback. I'm saying
Yeah, hold on. Let me ask Eastside, because Eastside ain't answer no question. What's the best linebacker you done seen, Eastside?
And I'm from South Carolina, so it was LaVon Kirkland.
Ah,
yeah. You be mad at that because that big boy can run.
We played against him in high
Hey,
school.
but look, on the cool, that boy from Baron Browning is balling right now.
Yeah, shout out to Kennedale, Texas.
Yeah, my son played against him.
But
I
I
seen him
will
in
say,
person.
Taylor Young's senior year, that was probably one of the most dominant. And I like because he wasn't just no big old guy, just that was bigger than everybody. But he was probably the most dominant linebacker I seen. Him and probably that win high school film.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna tell you another. I'm gonna tell you another.
Taylor Young. Taylor Young is the one that
it's funny you said that
started.
win because we played against damn man, see what happened to get old. So was that when who's the other linebacker? Oh, Dexter Coakley. We played against Dexter Coakley in high school.
Oh, he's from there. He's from South
I'm
Carolina.
gonna tell you two players. I'm gonna tell you two DISG players gonna get a lot of recognition from back in their days, and they both went to Lincoln High School. MT Taiski and Michael Ruff.
Yeah, they were good.
No, we talking about the best though.
Yeah.
Michael Ruff was one of the best to me.
Now me, I'm gonna be honest. The best, and he probably I can say he's probably the best player. I ain't even gonna say he the best linebacker. You know, he was the best linebacker I've seen, but he also the best player, and that's Sergio Kendall. I ain't seen one.
Sergio was not the best
Yeah.
linebacker you've seen, man. Like we gonna stop that. Now, that's one thing we gonna do.
What we gonna stop?
Kendall was not the best defensive player that you've seen. If that's
Why
the
he
case, you
wasn't?
just weren't looking.
Why he wasn't,
Sergio
Coach?
Kendall was so undercoached at defense. He had the potential to be, but he was nowhere near the best defensive player in high school or college.
Coach, I saw this man. I saw this man get 15 tackles and 324 yards rushing in the same game. How you gonna tell me they ain't the best player? I don't see.
No, what I'm talking, you said at defense.
Well, I thought he's the best linebacker because he's the best linebacker I've seen. He's 6'4" and can run and go sideline to sideline.
You saw the potential in him. Like, no, bro, no, we're not gonna do this. Sergio was the best. Look, he was the best athlete. He didn't get coached up on defense, and you can tell that's what bothered him when he got to college. Why he couldn't do nothing but play the jack position and rush out the edge. He didn't have no eyes to play linebacker. That shit was moving like a freeway in front of him. Because if that was the case, he would have easily went to Texas and started at Mike linebacker for 3 to 4 years with his talent.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And all he could do in Texas was what? Rush out the edge.
That's true.
And that's because he never was developed and he never was taught how to be a true linebacker. He was by far one of the greatest talents though to come through. But you can tell he didn't really focus on no defense.
Okay.
Mine was
that.
Sean Banks. Sean Banks, to me, I mean, we all talk about Jesse. You know, to me, Jesse on a whole nother level. But
Jesse had a hell of a team, man. But Jesse had 10 other great kids on his team.
I hear you, but he still went on. He still went on and did his thing wherever he was at.
No, I'm just saying on that team, he had 10 other guys that was like wasn't average. Well, nobody
But
averaged on that team.
but what I'm saying is he still played above that. You know what I'm saying? To me,
Well, I mean, I'm gonna be
it
honest. So we're gonna have this conversation. I thought Derek Evans was better than Jesse on that team.
I thought they played two different positions.
Yeah, whatever Derek Evans was playing, it wasn't no damn strong safety.
No.
It wasn't strong safety. It was defensive end. It was
No, he was an athlete. Like to me, like Derek Evans, man, was so far ahead of his time as far as talent wise, athleticism, tenacity, everything. Like if he grew up in this day and time with social media, like he'll be literally a superstar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They would have gave him an extra star. He'd be a 6-star.
Yeah, like he was that good. And you got to think about it now, Jeremy, because here's what a lot of people don't think about. As good as that defense was, they weren't very good up front.
No, we ain't gonna go there because my brother started at nose guard.
Well, no,
we ain't gonna go there.
I'm not saying that.
No, they were very small up front though.
Yeah, my brother was 5'7". He was what 5'7", about 230.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that they wasn't killing cats. They was, but behind them,
right?
Them cats behind them were different.
That's true.
On a whole nother level. And what your brother and them did, they balled out. You know what I'm saying? But if you ask anybody who wasn't on that Carter team, they probably couldn't tell you the starting D tackles.
No, they couldn't tell you none of them because Nathaniel Sargent was shorter than my brother.
That's what I'm telling you.
You know, who they used to call Roy, you know what I'm talking about, Calhoun.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, but if you look at but they all had grit. They all had that swag. Like you couldn't tell them that they weren't the best because that's the way they played and that's the mentality they had. I'm just simply saying that linebacker crew, that core right there, them, to me, when you talk about linebackers, that was the best. And Skyline had some really good ones as a group.
Skyline had some great linebackers. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a unit, it's going to be hard pressed to find another linebacker group like that in high school.
No, I mean,
boys
as a core, because I mean, Skyline was like, they was calling them linebacker U for a while.
And rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
You got
rightfully
to. That's
so.
what I'm saying. Like, if you look
and I
at,
guess I need to take that
Carter,
back because Corey Nelson was pretty damn good at linebacker.
He wasn't the category of what we talking about right now.
You know, if you think about it, man, if you just literally think about it, right now, that's why you kind of get upset at Carter because we don't even have guys that we can even sit there and talk about guys that, you know, where your best linebackers coming from, where your best DBs. Like we used to be DBU, we used to be whatever you needed. You know what I'm saying? And no, you know, and to see Sock being that right now, you know, and you're glad to see it because you still want it in your neighborhood, you still want it in your community, you still want that action, right? Like our neighborhood needed that more than anything in the world. You see what I'm saying? It's just that now you just look at it as where we are as a group, where we are as a unit, where Carter has fallen to, when you no longer are able to say some of the best players in the position is not at Carter. You know what I mean? You don't look at Carter and you see Power 5 players. You don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're seeing Division II type players. And I think that when you look at Sock and you talk about Skyline, you're able to name household name kids. You know, but you look at those teams, why? Because now they're playing in the fourth round of playoffs. They went in the state championship. They're a game before state. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the disconnect is. When you have that type of talent, you're able to build that type of culture, and those kids want to be a part of that, and you have a coach that's willing to get out there and grind with them, and them kids will do anything for you. And it's almost like for Ty right now, his cheat code is we done something that ain't nobody ever did before. We already was putting kids in school, so I'm gonna come anyway because I want to go D1. Oh, dang, we won state. So now his enrollment goes up. The type of kids that come out, everybody wants to come out. It's hard on them now because now you got more kids. You got to be able to dissect different personalities, who could play, who could do this, and who could do that, because you got so many kids now. But those are the gift and the curse of winning championships. But that's a good problem to have. I just think, like you say, Swag, when you look at where we are now, and you look at the football that's being played, when you look at a North Crowley, and when you look at a Sock, and you look at a Lancaster, as long as them guys will keep getting better every weekend and week out, you can't deny no champion. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like those teams got worse over the course of the year. They'll continue to get better. And I just think when you talk about these players, man, and you talk about the guys that came through like your Andre Pattersons, shit, Todd, be honest. Y'all got the best running backs that came through the city for a while with all DISD kids. When you talking about the best pure running backs that was coming out, you had Byron Hansford was at DeSoto, but that same year you had DeLon Andre. You got.
I'm gonna tell you something about that class. Where a lot of people sleep on. Kelvin Efon in Singerville. If he easily would have been playing at a Carter Kimball, he easily would have been one of people would have been talking about him, and people don't even probably got a clue who I'm talking about.
I know you're talking about.
But he went to Arizona to play basketball and football.
Deuce, Singerville.
Like he easily was in the same category as them cats, but he just didn't play in the same type of league and on the same type of team as a lot of them cats. But Kelvin Efon was the real deal. But Willow, I'm gonna tell you one thing that's different, and you really tell me what you think. And being honest, a lot of especially you Carter cats, never in the history of Dallas ISD has anybody had the perfect setup like what Carter had during that time. And when look, huh?
No, I'm listening to you, Ty. Go ahead.
And what I'm saying is, Carter and Campbell had the perfect. I mean, Carter, not Kimball. Carter had the perfect setup. They had the top little league programs filtered in, the top middle schools filtered in, and most of them kids all went to the same high school. And if you really being honest, based on that, and that probably ran for a 20-year window. Do you feel that Carter underachieved even during his heyday by only able to win one state championship with the perfect formula that nobody else will ever have?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
I think Carter's broken down into two different categories. I think as a program with the type of talent we have, putting 20 guys in Division I a year, I think we grossly underperform. I would definitely say that. However, I would say that, we put a lot of people in college, and Coach James did a phenomenal job getting people an opportunity to live the best life that they could. Now, I would say that. You know what I'm saying? And to me, we could look at the field work and winning state championships for sure. And I think that even goes back to, but the time, no, Todd. So here's the difference, though. The time back there wasn't friendly to inner city schools.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So let's just say, I'm just going to throw this hypothetical out because I always do. Let's just say, for an example, Carter wins state. None of this back stuff came out, this other stuff that they did. Let's just say they was able to go through the next season.
Yeah.
That year, that 90 team was just as good as that 89 team, 88 team.
Yeah.
Right? So you win state one year, you get Carter a chance to go to state again the next year and win it. Guess what happens now? We start winning multiples because you know what it takes.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I think that was also systematically put in place not to allow Carter to continue to grow, because we was dominating. And you got to think about it like this, Todd, but in real perspective. You got to think about this, that 3-year window went state championship, not having a chance to go to playoffs, state semifinals.
Yeah, back to back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So imagine you'd have had that 90 year where we'd had a chance to go and probably win it. We use that as as whatever we learned from that situation to go into 90 and maybe we win our third one.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? So yes, that I think we had the perfect storm. Yes, I think everything was set up for us. Yes, the beauty of it was everybody either played for the same little league team or you either played for the Raiders or you played for the Chiefs. You either played for the Mustangs. I'm sorry, you either played for the Mustangs or you played for the Chiefs. You either played for the Raiders or you played for the Redskins. You grew up, you either went to W.A. Chatwell or you went to Hudson.
D.A.
We all
Hudson.
knew each other. Like we was all friends. So I think the thing that all that stuff was in play, but I think the time and everything socially wasn't going to allow Carter to be as successful as it could have been.
And that my big thing when you start talking about is that nobody will ever have that system ever again.
No, it was beautiful, but and I also don't think that football is the same as it was then.
No, it's not. But I'm just still talking about just the fact that them two schools filtered from them little leagues to them two middle schools to one highlight. Like that was a lot of that. Like that was a lot of talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, Ty. Like to me, that was the beauty of Carter, right? Like make no mistakes about it. But it was also Black Flight. You know what I'm saying? So it was also you had a lot of and think about it too though, like this. A lot of people, you had a lot of professionals moving into Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Black professionals, right? So
yeah,
when you talk
and
about
I'm say the Carter side of Oak Cliff.
correct.
I mean, my kid on them stayed across the street from Cedric Smith that was the quarterback. All
And
them
that's
K
the
Carter
other thing.
Bruin stayed down Matagora.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, Todd, that I think, man, that was really, really cool. Because when you say that, the cool part about it was, and Jeremy, you know it, it's everybody in the neighborhood knew everybody, and everybody played against each other, and everybody, it was like a whole community of people together. You know what I mean? And when I watched the return of the Mecca, the first thing, and I told Coach Todd and Coach Mays as soon as it's over, it made me realize just how bad Carter has fallen.
Yeah.
Because what Sock was doing, and doing integration, when they integrated and it went predominantly black, a lot of those people moved over to Carter because Carter was a predominantly white school as well. You know what I'm saying? And so once that kind of black integration came in, and then Coach Couch, they was going to the semifinals too, right? So they would had a history of going to the semifinals. They couldn't win it, but they had those years where they was terrible. I mean, yes, Todd, to answer your question, we had a perfect setup to do a lot of things. I think socially, there were things that prohibited us from doing the things that we need to get done.
Yeah. I'm saying because shit, I know my time over that way. Like shit, I like damn. There's a lot. Like it's no schools that ever had that much talent at the middle school level.
Because you're talking about what we was putting 21 a year in D1.
I mean, when I was in the 7th and 8th grade, it was 35 college athletes in between the 7th and 8th grade. Like I was there at Edwell. You had Andre Patterson, the number one tight end in the country, who playing tailback. Ronnie Burns, Terrence Richardson, Andre Richardson. Calvin Goldsmith, Damon Hill. Like we talking about all Americans. This is just one team, and then you get to cross the street to Hussey, and then you get the most street dudes, you know what I'm saying? And then you bring them together, that's what a lot of cats don't realize. But a lot of cats don't realize that that day will never exist again.
No, them days over. Actually, Coach, them days you can kind of spread them days out now. Because now instead of Atwell and Hussey, it's kind of spread it out all the way through. like to Duncanville, DeSoto. Like
Well,
you can
well,
say McCowan and East like that now.
no, they not. McCown the East ain't like they ain't. No, they nah. They ain't, you can't go. You can't go walking McCowan Halls right now and find me. I'm talking about 35, at least 20 Division I football players walking in McCowan right today. Like I'm just naming the cats that was at Atwood.
Well, I'm just saying, but McCowan at now. Ask me, can you find that in McCowan and West? I think you probably can.
Nah, I don't think. I think it's so much diluted because of charter schools and stuff now. It's still a lot of kids that ain't like what Atwell and Hudson had. Nobody has ever had that. And
Well, no. I don't think. Yeah, no. Well, I'm just saying when I said McCowan, I just say it feel like it stretches farther. It's not in two schools.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you have to say. You have to say McCowan, West, Bird, Kinnemer. You know, you would have to say all those schools, Atwell, Holmes. They kind of like spread it out.
Well, I think a lot of that too, though, Jay, is the other part is, man, it's a community thing, right? So the one things that kind of made Carter and even really for the most part, Kimball, because you got to think about it, even through those years, Kimball even at some point was like number 2 in the country. So I mean, they had just as much talent as we had at Carter. So I just think that whole thing was really truly a community back then, though, where it was really about your pride and where you grew up at, and you know what I mean. Ty, you was there, man. We used to go to Atwell and play little league football. I mean, not little league, throw up tackle football on Saturdays when the season was over. I
Yeah.
remember. I remember this. It was my senior year, and we was up. We went up because we went up to Atwell on Sundays, and we would play football. Right? It didn't matter. It was throw up sandlot, throw up tackle. Or we had teams, but we played tackle football, no pads. Right? We in high school, brother. So I'm literally my senior year in high school. We go up to Atwell. It's me, Big Pat, Rich, like all the dudes who we whatever. We out there, dude. We look up. It's about 10 to 12 scouts standing on the sideline watching us play football. They literally on the fence at Atwell watching us play football. My godfather came up there and said, "Hey, you need to come on because Michigan found out I was out there playing football." But to us, we didn't see that as a problem. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're gonna get in trouble. It was just that's what we did.
Yeah.
And I just don't think in the neighborhood they had that type of pride anymore of the true community.
Hey, Willow, Cat don't know. Yeah, like Tank used to be in my house in South Dallas doing dirt.
Hey,
like,
man,
hey, what was the say to Jerome? What was that dude name? All them cats.
Pipkins.
Jerome Pipkins. Big Haley now. Like I was like, I used to be riding in all the Tank cars, like being Tank with best friends.
Hey, look, let me tell you. Hey, Ty, it's funny, right? So let me tell you my story, man. When I first met Tank. So I don't know where we was at, man, but we was standing around and we was all talking, and somebody like, yeah, man, this Darren Lewis. I said, Tank. I said, Tank, Darren Lewis, D. Darren Lewis. He's like, yeah. I said, number 25 went to Carter, went to A&M. Darren Lewis. He's like, yeah. I was like, bro, I'm a fan. Like I used to wear Tank on my nickname in Little League football because he was my favorite player.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. He's like, what's your name? I said, William Carter. He was like, what? William Carter went to Michigan? Went to Carter? Like, yeah. He said, oh, no. I was like, I had a bro moment, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying, man. You're talking about literally. This is what you're talking about. Darren Lewis and Greg Hill back to back at A&M. You know what I'm saying? Andre Richardson broke Barry Sanders' freshman rushing record. Charles Wagner, if he wouldn't have broke his neck, it wouldn't have been no Pony Express. It'd have been him.
Yeah.
You know, you can go on and on about the type of players that came out, and I just did it in high school, but went on to college and do it.
Yeah.
But like you say though, bro, like that area, and I say it all the time. Think about Oak Cliff during that time, though, Todd. Think
Yeah.
about how much talent was in Oak Cliff.
Yeah.
Think about it, because you had Roosevelt was still going 3 rounds.
Yeah. Now, yeah, Roosevelt was that's what I tell cats in the 90s. Yeah, 94, Roosevelt then was number 2 in the state.
That's you know what I'm saying? Like that's and maybe, you know, a lot of people call me a homer because I love DISD, right? I mean, that's just where I'm from. I know what it provided for me. I know what it can be. I don't know why it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But just looking at it and not nostalgia, living in the past, and I understand people grow and people continue to move. But hey, I mean, even the kid, even I put it to you like this. If you build a product where people see value, quality, and have a emotional tie to it, it is hard for you not to be successful.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta be willing to put in the time.
That's it. And I don't think a lot of people are willing to put in the time. I think a lot of people want the easy way out. And I think the type of pay that's being paid now, a lot of people are being comfortable knowing that they don't necessarily have to produce.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, you right.
And so within that, our kids are going to continue to suffer.
Yeah. Yeah. It's totally different. Like when cats be talking about, like, you know, Macau and something, like somebody said the middle schools in Dallas, like that may have been loaded. I like, man, that ain't nothing like when I was in middle school, bro. Like, shoot.
Oh no.
Like,
Well, you know, it's so different now, man. Hey, I remember me and Will was at that Will. Hell, 7th, 8th grade played together. You either made the traveling squad or you didn't.
yeah, that's how it was when I was there too.
That's
You was a
just what it
mumbly
was.
pig. A Zulu. Was you a Zulu?
I wasn't no Zulu. I was second team, but hey, I was behind Buster. So, you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Buster was, you know, all
But you
American.
wasn't a Zulu though. But you wasn't a
I wasn't a
Zulu.
Zulu. No, I wasn't a Zulu.
Coach Wall
I
used to come
wasn't
out there. Zulus.
Hey, put it like this. Coach Wall knew my name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
nah.
a good Christian boy. He don't do nothing like that.
Yeah, nah, Coach Walter, he was a big key to all that too, though.
Yeah, he was.
And you know what? And I say that, man. And you know what's crazy though, Todd, is that, you know, you look at it like this. Coach Walton was a legend. You talking about a man who probably didn't lose a game 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you leave there and you go to Freddie James. You know what I'm saying? But those are both PV men. You know what I mean? They both HBCU dudes. And I just think that our generation, Todd, on the cool, we got so lucky because we just so happen to be born in the best generation, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I still remember that. I met Coach Walter. Shit, I was sitting on that back porch. I ain't know nobody. He done walked to me. You play football? Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hey, Ty, you gotta have a sock hop. You don't have sock hops no more? You gotta have your sock hop.
Hey, that boy called Walter, boy. That boy right there, I be like, God, I still got all my stuff from Atwell, like the playbooks and everything.
Hey, Coach Walton was so special. I remember I got a phone call from Coach Walton during the summer between 7th and 8th grade year. Coach Walton called. It shocked the hell out of him. I say, hello? He said, you know, he called everybody Junior. He said, Jeremy Jr. I said, what's up, Coach? He said, what you been doing this summer? Laying up on the refrigerator eating watermelon? I said, no, Coach. I said, no, Coach.
He told Lakeith, he said, Lakeith, get off my field and go make mud pies with your sister.
No, Coach Walton had some of the craziest sayings, man. I swear, man.
Yeah, nah. That dude really was different.
Dog.
Hey, he the only one I know that you know, he came before Coach Paul. You know, we played that Coach Paul speech last week. How he you know, he gave a sermon, then he gave he gave the real. That was Coach Walton was able to was the first coach I ever seen cry and then fuss you out at the same time.
Hey, and he had that paddle.
And back then he could
swear
whoop
I
your
used to
ass.
get
Yeah,
paddle
you right.
every day, dog. I'm serious, man. It's like I would walk in the office. You know how when you walk in the gym and his office was right there off the gym door.
Yeah, to the
As soon
right.
as you walk by, hey, babe, come here. Now tell me about this. Now just and he would grab a desk. When he tell you to grab a desk and he pull your pants up and he come back with that wooden ass paddle, man, listen, I'm telling you, man. And one no, and conditioning, Ty, why you don't condition like that no more? You used to have to
Nah,
run them 50-50s.
man, cause wild to have you out there, everybody, mom and them sitting on their car, ain't nobody saying nothing.
We used to have to run 50-50s, and then we mess around and run 12 of them before the day of the game. Like,
yeah.
But listen, it worked though, man. And that 40 trap was his favorite play.
Yeah, nah, Coach Walter, man, he like he really icon.
Hey, people don't. I mean, he is like very underrated. At some point, somebody gonna have to come back and really recognize Coach Walton for everything he did. Cause
I mean, yeah, icon in the community, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely think we need to give him his flowers while he alive, though, for sure.
Yeah, he the only person to this day that called me Clifton.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie, he call you what you want. Cause he called me my brother name my whole 7th grade year, damn near. Till he figured out my name.
He called by my first name, like, boy, I'm like, God damn, Coach Walton.
Man, hey, he called me talking about, Will, I heard you got a new job. I said, well, I got a little promotion. Oh, yeah. You better not let us down. Bye. Damn, wait a minute.
Ty, hey man, I'm telling you now, Coach Walton, but I never forget him.
Nah.
Was the last. He was the last coach that when we actually prayed after every practice.
Yeah.
You gonna say them prayers.
You was gonna say it, and you was gonna say it.
You gonna say them prayers.
Nah, Coach Walton, nah, that's my man right there.
yeah, that's mine too, dog. I love Coach Walton, man. I'm telling you that, and Ty, man. I always said, man, like I was blessed to play for 4 Hall of Fame coaches. So from Coach Walton, Coach James, Coach Carr at Michigan, and Jay Gruden.
Yeah.
And man, I'm just telling you, dog, it's amazing to be around great coaches, like the things that they like do and the weird things that they do. You know what I'm saying? And how authentic they are. You know what I'm saying? Most of the great people are true to themselves and they're great coaches. You don't like what they say or how they say it.
Yeah.
But it resonates with you either way it go.
Yeah. Long down the road.
So man, Jeremy, I'm gonna call this one tonight, man. I got
Hey,
a
we
long day
good, man.
tomorrow.
Hey, cause we gotta have Todd on Wednesday, Coach. We can't keep you on too long. You gotta have you back Wednesday.
I know, man. Yeah. Gone, but hey,
you gotta go to work, man. You gotta get ready for Kimball. Cause
no, he got Sneakerville this week.
Yeah. Now we get ready. We get ready for Sneakerville. We was up at the school all early tonight.
Hey, I know y'all game on TV, but that ain't what I'm talking about on Thursday. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about this game that Kimball is gonna beat Woodrow because Jeremy think that Woodrow is gonna come drag y'all. But we had this conversation the other day.
We had this conversation.
You know
First, Woodrow gotta beat the hell out of Kimball, which they gonna do.
They're not gonna beat Kimball. But
they gonna beat him by 20 plus. It ain't gonna be close.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I hate that game is on Thursday, but since it ain't, we gonna go. Because I ain't seen Coach Jack play team yet in person, so I'll be at the Sox Seagoville game Thursday.
Hey, Coach Todd, do you call Jack and does he call you and ask you, do you want to run the clock, or do you ask him? Do he?
Jack ain't running no clock, man.
I've never been in no situation even with no team where nobody ever talked about that. I mean, it may have been one guy like playing Conrad or something before. You know, I'm like, Coach, yeah, I'm trying to go home too. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Jack go have the boy ready. I ain't sleeping on Jack. Go out there and think Jack be throwing that towel across the field talking shit.
So you telling me Sarah didn't have a conversation with you before? Cause I ain't never heard of an hour and a half game.
Nah, man. We you know, them refs be like, they be looking at it like, man, it's an easy payday, man. So shoot. Let's get on. Let's get in and get out, man. And I mean, at that point here, we ain't getting nothing out of the game no way.
But see, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just saying. So y'all don't have the conversations. Like going into that game, he had to know that it wasn't gonna fare well with 22 players against a team like that.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
he,
like he didn't say, hey, Coach Todd, after that first one, man, let's go ahead and run that one.
Nah, you know, now the refs may say, hey, Coach, how you want to be on the clock? I'm like, man, you know, shit, just do what y'all do. You know, but I be trying to make sure at least everybody get a carry, everybody get in the game, you know, first. But you know, some games it just it ain't possible to do that. So you know, everybody, mom and daddy hate me because they son ain't getting a whole bunch of carries or getting throw a lot of balls or you know a lot of plays. But I mean, we only ran 22 plays in the game on offense.
See that's what I'm saying, man.
Nothing you can do with that, man.
And then look, he gave his backup the ball. He took it for 30. then the backup caught a pick six.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The crazy part be that you got to take them jerseys and then we got to wash all that shit after the game
for no reason.
Because it's cats who normally don't play.
Nah, I'm talking about just to wash all that stuff. Like that's why I had make that wear them scrimmage jerseys early. Hell, it's easy to clean.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, Coach. They would have got Febreze that night. They got Febreze.
Yeah, that really it be the part of getting ready to go to the stadium and washing clothes the next day. That be like, damn, man, for an hour 30 minutes.
But I think Coach Jack gonna try to give y'all a good game. Hey, what you gonna do Friday? You gonna go see Duncanville DeSoto? Or you got some scouting to do?
I don't know if I'm gonna go watch Woodrow and Kimball or if I'm gonna go watch Duncanville and DeSoto. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out after our game.
Well, let me know where you go, man. Cause you know we'll meet up at the after party.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, man.
I'll make sure I bring you some fly TSU gear. I'm going to y'all homecoming this weekend.
Oh, you going down?
I bring you some gear so you can stay fly.
Hey man, I appreciate that, Will. Man, I need something, man. I do need to represent my college a little bit more.
You do, do.
They just honored you, Coach.
I know.
You know. Hey, look, and they might end up calling you.
Hey, now they can keep that call. I ain't moving down no Houston, man. Too much trouble down that way.
You ain't lying.
Hey, Will, I'm gonna tell you something funny though. When I went to college, guess these the cats that was in college with me, even though they were older. Kylie Brown, Robert Hawkins, Big John from Kimball. Man, say.
Oh yeah, you had.
Say,
damn.
I'm like, say,
hey, but that was back. That's back when a lot of the good Dallas kids was going to TSU.
Say, but the city too fast. Like Tamara Hurd was down there.
Yeah.
Like say, man, like,
and all of them come right back.
Say,
well,
it wasn't nothing like being around Robert Hawkins, though, boy. Lord of mercy. My boy Hawk, it was like everybody from Dallas that got in trouble, somehow they ended back up in Houston.
Oh, wow.
Hey, look, no, straight square being. So, like, well, Seto was down there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, Seto too.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Seto one of the smartest dudes that I ever came across.
He is.
That dude was smart, man.
He's a savant.
Yeah.
For real. And,
I thought Seto was very underrated quarterback too.
He was, man. You know, he went to Vanderbilt and started as a true freshman.
Yeah. Him and Eric Moore.
Yep. I think E. Moore is underrated.
E. Moore was so underrated. I didn't even know the boy played football.
Coach, I used to get mad at
And he lived around the corner from me.
Man, he should have been starting that senior year. He was
Who
that good.
started
I've always
senior year?
Huh?
Who started your senior year?
Scotty Thompson.
Oh yeah. Eric Moe should have started. Yeah. They should have got to let him grow up that year.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
because
should have.
my senior year I got caught with all the babies. So I had like Goldsmith, D
Yeah,
Hill.
and then was out there.
Yeah, I had all the babies. Me and Moose was the only seniors, and everybody else, But should I had what? Jay Corzine, TC.
Yeah. Oh, hey, when I first went to Atwood,
Cool
that's
J.
what I used to hear about was damn TC and Buster.
Yeah.
Hey,
They all look like they was about 100 years old.
Sure did. Hey,
They had mustaches and beards and drove cars.
Sure did. But nah. I remember them cats did very well, man. Like, yeah, because that was my sophomore year. Yeah, that's what Goldsmith then was starting up in the secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah, D Hill. You know what? That may have been the last. You know what? That probably was the last year Carter ever had D tackles.
It was because, because that following year they had Stephen Cajun.
Yeah, but yeah, the first he supposed to be a linebacker and all that type of stuff too. Yeah, but yeah,
like D tackles. We had a D tackle that was a D end. Jesse Warren played with D end though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess you're right, man.
Yeah, 93 was the last year that y'all really. I'm talking about like with some size, you know what I'm saying? That could play against beefed up teams and shit. Cause who was the ends with you?
My senior year it was Cool J. I know my junior year was Altermating and James Blair.
Hey, now Altermating that's what I used to be impressed with right there.
Yeah.
I used
to me, that defense, man, Todd, that was probably one of the best defenses I ever played on in my life.
Willow, I got all the newspaper clippings in the garage.
Like it was like we had Oklahoma on one corner, LSU at another corner, A&M at safety.
Hey, that's who else was down there too. Artis Burns was down there too.
AB was.
We have Oklahoma and what down there?
Yeah. You know them Carter boys find a way to get some damn trouble shit.
Yeah, they find a way. And one thing I will say, that's why I said everybody ended up at TSU back then.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, it was Hawk and Artis was down there.
Yeah, I mean, I can believe it, man. You know, we enjoyed ourselves. We ain't never seen a good time we didn't like
at all. And I ain't even gonna start. I ain't even gonna start with some of the recruiting stories I heard from the 80s. Because I heard a lot of them. Firsthand.
You know what used to mesmerize me with them cats? Like them cats could go out and kick it the night before the game and walk in at 6 o'clock the next morning and play at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
I be like, God damn, man, like how y'all do this?
I can tell you about a lot of them since I was with a lot of them 88 boys. Hell, they learned in high school, so it wasn't nothing when they got to college. They probably got more sleep in college.
Hey man, I remember we played Southern at 11 o'clock. And blow, and we were losing. And then Seto like cussed the coach out and said, man, I fuck this shit. I'm taking this shit over. Man, we came back and beat Southern on their homecoming.
Damn.
I'm talking about I'm talking about these cats walking in like for breakfast. Like just out, like the coach is like, man, y'all motherfuckers better play, man. Fuck this shit.
Hey, man, it's different.
Like them cats was them some different cats though. They don't make them like that no more.
No. You ain't gonna never see them. You ain't gonna never see them cats, man. Them cats they just from a different breed.
Yeah, but that we was that generation, bro, that stayed outside and to 8 o'clock until that porch light came on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We was the water hose crew. You know what I'm saying? We had major responsibilities at 9 years old. You know, make sure we got in the house and everything.
You know who else I used to like back in them days too? I thought was cold, that boy Walt T.
Dude,
Walt T
one of
was
my favorite football players of all time.
Hey man, Walt T. And I never knew he was gonna be. I didn't think he was gonna be that great of a DB because I just knew him as an athlete.
Yeah.
And he went to Ohio State and showed ass.
Dude, I knew it when we played what's the name of that team? They had the quarterback. What's the kid name? Huntsville.
Oh, you talking about Bobby Joe Clemens or something like that?
Yeah, Clemens. So we played Huntsville, and I remember Vic YT played quarterback and then turned around and went and played corner and covered their best receiver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I loved Walter Taylor. Like he's another one of them dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Number 2 was sweet. Like, and man, the bowling, anything on that football field, man. When he had the ball in his hands, that shit was amazing to watch him play.
Yeah, he kind of reminds you like like a Dion type of cat. Down this way.
Yeah.
They just don't make. They don't make all them athletes like that. Well, number one, they don't let kids be athletes like that no more. But
yeah,
well, and that's the thing, man. Like that's why like with Thomas for Sock, like that's the thing that makes him special is you can't replace cats like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like a guy that can come on and touch the rock and do what a Gary Edwards do, then come back and lock up your receiver. Like those guys are reasons why you win in state. Those guys are guys that we all don't have them guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
they go return kicks and all that stuff.
Yeah. So those, if listen, man, I always take time out because I'm a fan of football and I love football, right? So I always take time out to watch really good players. And I love watching really good football players.
Yeah.
That's just different. They different. They, when they line up to get ready to play, it's different because you can see how they move.
That's thing I learned from Hank with some of them old cats. Like I was who was that? That what Brian Mitchell now?
Yeah, B. Mitch. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just talking about when they grew up. It wasn't about no position. He was like, man, we just played football. He was like Robert Howell shit when left would play O-line. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, he's like, we just a football player. It wasn't about all this who running the ball. It was like everybody gonna do something.
Yeah, we played football. That's the thing. Is like, like shit, dude. If you didn't come home with turf stains, if you didn't have turf stains by the time first period starts, you weren't doing nothing all day.
Yep.
You didn't get them when you came home because you played at lunch. Look, we played football before school, at lunch, and after school, man. 3 times a day, dog.
Yeah. Yep.
3 times a day. So I think about that. And we were straight up tackling.
Yo, we were. Throw up tackle was a real thing back then.
A real thing.
Yeah, you got hit. I remember them days. Especially, hey, that's why running backs were so good back then. Because you had to be able to juke. Shit, 5 or 6 jokers. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you grab that paper, it wasn't even a ball, it was paper.
Yeah,
it's whatever we said the ball was that day.
Yeah,
a bill card, whatever.
You had to juke 5 or 6 dudes. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you got
it. You knew who the running backs was, then you was like, oh no, he cold. You know what I'm saying? But you knew that.
And on the flip side, that's why we was good tacklers too, because you had to tackle them draft.
Yeah. Well, man, let me get ready for work, man. Y'all cats, man.
Hey, we all got to do it.
We out too, Todd, man.
We'll see you Wednesday, Todd.
All right, give me them games, man. I get my research on.
I got you.
All right.
All right.
Watch this.
Next, football talk is a big hit. Sunday nights to Wednesday nights, we striking a match cause we lit. Y'all know the name, we call it the dub. On Friday nights, it feel like a club. Getting that VIP treatment on the sideline, they showing us love. Great interviews, go hugs, put in that work, go run.